There we go.
Now we're live on here. We're live on Instagram, on Facebook over
What's
here.
good, everybody? What's good?
We're live over here on Facebook and YouTube. And over here, we're live on Instagram.
Yes.
And I just want to say this at the beginning for my folk that's up here on Instagram. If you want to see us while we're doing this live like this is fine, right? But if you want to be able to see the full screen on what we are teaching, what we're showing as far as the wording and the illustration and all of that, and you can see a much wider view, a full view of us, then I suggest you click the link in my bio and scroll all the way down to the bottom and either tap on Facebook or YouTube. You can watch it on Facebook or YouTube, or you can continue to watch it right here on Instagram live.
So we got some really good information for y'all. We got some real good stuff happening.
Let me go on Facebook over here and share it. So now y'all just give us a second. Bear with us while
give us a second, because something is kind of scrolling with us over here. So I just want to make sure we good. All right.
Okay, so let me go on here. What I'm doing is I'm going on Facebook. I never like just total silence on live. I never like total silence on live.
Right.
And so when I go silent, it's like Zeno ass go silent, and I be like, I gotta say something.
Right. No, that's all good. What's up, family? You know what I'm saying? You normally give people time to get in.
What did that say?
I have no idea. What?
Owner of what?
Owner of what? I don't know.
It was a red banner that just came up. Was that spelt right? It was a banner that just popped up.
Okay, so let's go back.
What's up, y'all? What's up over
Talking
here?
About you right here?
Yeah. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah. So listen, y'all on Instagram. So I'm going to be talking to y'all over here, y'all down here, and then y'all over here. On Instagram, if you want to be able to see the full illustration before we start, you can see the full view of us, a much wider view, and you can see everything that we are doing. I suggest that you click the link in my bio and scroll all the way down to the bottom and either look at us on YouTube or Facebook. But if you're fine with looking at us in here, then I'm cool with that too. So just give me a second over here while I share this with a few people.
Okay, so I do know, and you guys already know for the most part, I'm just going to repeat it anyway. We are really talking about a really good topic. We're talking about healing from anxiety, right, and depression with plant medicines. And what we're noticing is that, there are a lot of people that are dealing with anxiety, dealing with a lot of stress, dealing with depression, which is caused by traumas, right? And that can be from childhood trauma, that can be relationship trauma, that can be, associations and just emotional trauma, all kinds of stuff. And what we see, because of what we do dealing in these ceremonies and these retreats and dealing with plant medicines and stuff, and just moving in what we like to really call ancient modalities, right? These ancient sacred modalities, then we're seeing people that produce really good results. And when people are dealing with real deep issues, some things are going to fall off immediately. Some things is going to be an immediate change. And then some things, we all have to work through. You know what I mean? Just depending on the level of trauma that one has sustained. So, this is a real serious topic. You hear it all over now. For the past few years, people have really been talking about mental issues. And, people have been guarding their emotional space, their mental space, and that's good. One of the things that is just going to always make us be better is to educate ourselves in areas that we need to, in order for us to become stronger, to stand firmer, to hold a stronger position, so that we can first find the tools, learn about the issues that's going on, find those tools, and then learn how to use those tools to be able to combat whatever it is that's negatively affecting us. Right? That's one of the first steps. So by doing this, which we have been doing now for some years, is just teaching about different things that we definitely know for a fact has created and caused trauma, uh, you know what I'm saying, on people, and has caused trauma within people. Religion is a serious issue. That's just one string within the web of mess that we all have to untangle.
That's just one.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's just one.
Mm-hmm.
First trauma is always mama trauma.
Ooh.
Okay? Mama trauma is
Oh,
always
you finna
first.
hit them with the bang boogie.
Listen, it just is what it is. The truth is the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth is the truth.
Okay.
First trauma is mama trauma, right?
Yeah.
And that mama trauma comes when you are in the womb. Right? Whatever mama is listening to,
yeah,
whatever mama is feeling emotionally, whatever she's
eating,
going through, whatever she's eating, drinking is being fed right through you. Right through to
that umbilical cord right to
exactly,
the fetus.
Exactly. She's feeding her life into your life, meaning that serious. It's being passed down into the bloodline, into the DNA. I'm gonna say it again for my people on Instagram. If y'all are cool with looking at us like this from the side and not necessarily like the full view with the words and the illustrations, then that's fine if you want to look at us like this. But if you want to look at it with the illustrations and all of that, click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then tap either the Facebook icon or the YouTube icon. That way you'll be able to see.
Let me just say this. Look, I just want to give a quick shout out and some kudos to my wife, because my wife is just amazing, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not in the doghouse or anything like that, right? I just want to highlight something that, you know, personally I would only know, and these guys would not know unless I shared.
Oh boy, what the hell?
So like minutes before we get ready to actually go live, my wife decides to actually put a whole computer chair right together. She's sitting in it right now. I didn't said all kind of prayers, and you know what I'm saying, I didn't put all kind of love and light in the universe to make sure that this chair hold up. You know what I'm saying, throughout the whole process of this. So yeah, that's really what this is.
Let me share this Instagram with a few folk.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and share this with a few folk.
All right. So basically, I don't know how you want to start this, but I do know that at some point we are gonna open the floor for Q&A too. We like to have the situation where people are engaged, and this is an interactive session, so it's not just all about us. We could pre-record these and y'all just listen to how and whatever it is that we're gonna teach. But that's not how we get down. We really truly love to just be able to get that real feedback, and to be able to, you know, answer those questions, those things that are right on your mind right then and there. I just want to give a shout out to all of the individuals that are ordering the high frequency microdosing caps. Let me just say this. I just need to speak on this real quick, because this is a really cool way in order for people to deal with the topic that we're getting ready to discuss. And it's a very slow process. It's something that happens, you know, over time, that you end up noticing it kind of just creeps up on you.
Let me pause you for a second. When you say it's a slow process,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Let's explain that really quickly, because slow process means it don't work slow. Meaning you start to see results quickly.
Yes.
But the part that works slowly is creating new neural pathways in the brain. It does that slowly, meaning you're using this medicine at such minute levels that it is not causing you to go into a full spiritual journey. Right. Slowly but surely, right?
Yes.
So I just wanted to make sure that
that you clarify that. Well, let me say this. I mean, in comparison to therapy, and there's nothing wrong with therapy, we do encourage that, right? So, and we do encourage that, right?
Encourage what? I
therapy. I know your ass was doing something else.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But
no, it is. I'm making my point. Let me make my point. Then you can say but. So here's the thing. I'm saying, in comparison to someone going through therapy, literally you'll be able to experience improvement and progress much faster, because when people go into therapy, therapy about serious, deep rooted issues, a lot of times they are in therapy for years, right? And they're if it's real serious, they're placed on medication. All kinds of things are happening. I'm saying, and again, uh, we encourage therapy for people that need to have it, and would like to have it. But at the same time, this is a really good way in order to deal with anxiety, to deal with stress, to deal with depression, to deal with physical ailments. This is all about your overall health and well being. Period. And we're gonna get into this because this is something that we just stumbled up on. This has been passed down for thousands and thousands of years.
Right. And before we get into it, like I said, for those who are on Instagram, if you want to experience this live the way that you are, that's fine.
Yes.
But just know I'm going to be talking to you over here, to you down here, and you over there. But if you're on Instagram and you want to see the full screen, if you're on Instagram and you want to see the full screen, the wording, and everything that we're showing everybody, the illustrations and stuff, then I suggest that you click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and tap Facebook or YouTube. That's if you want to see the full screen of what it is that we are showing and we are teaching, because you're really not getting the full hookup.
Yeah, you're not getting
on
the full
Instagram,
impact,
but you're still getting everything that we're saying.
So.
You're not just getting, you're not just seeing what we're showing the people. Right. Okay. And so today we're gonna talk about
what are we
how
talking
to heal
about?
Literally how to heal from depression and anxiety with this sacred plant medicine.
Yes.
Because people out here in these streets got it twisted. Zeno said he always encourages people to get therapy. Yes, I do too.
What up, though, family?
What up, though? Hey, Janetta.
Can I have some of your water? Because I didn't get any.
Damn, man. Don't be drinking up all my stuff. And you gonna drink it real loud too, huh?
Yeah, I meant to do that.
Okay,
thank what you just said.
I mean, you're welcome. Okay, so people have it twisted, right? Because Zeno said, yes, it's good for people to go to therapy and blase splee.
Yes.
Blase splee, skippity dee.
And whoop-dee, whoop-dee whoop.
And whoop-dee wee. All right? But understand that you can only go to therapy and talk about the shit that you remember.
Right.
That's we had somebody over to our house and they was a therapist. Yeah. They were a
really
therapist.
Cool person, actually.
You know what I mean?
He's a good person.
We were talking, right? And he's a therapist. And he was talking about his clients. He wasn't like divulging any of their information. Can you put this
up some, like tilt it? Is there any way that you can do that?
If they want to see the full screen, then they're going to have to come hit the link.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Whatever. I'll share.
Can I finish my thing?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway,
okay.
Like I was saying,
yes,
we was talking to him, and he wasn't telling us about.
Can I have a little bit? I mean, I apologize. I just
y'all see how he keep asking me for stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
This is him all day, every day, asking me for stuff. You happy now? You probably about to start coughing in a minute. I hope you're not holding your breath, because you're not about to be sitting up here coughing for an hour and a half.
No, I'm not holding my.
Okay. I'm like, go on, blow it out. Okay. Don't start your shit, baby. Okay. Yeah. So, like I said, he was not divulging any information from his clients, but what he was talking about is how much stress that he's under. Yeah. That his clients are putting him under, right? Yeah. And so we go on to talk or whatever. I'm like, yeah, therapy is good. I'm good for therapy. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I actually was in therapy before.
Yes.
But I was like younger, and it's because I think my grandma put us in there. I think some kind of I don't know, some kind of aid stuff. You know, like
it was like a
I don't know.
governmental program.
Yeah, I
is
think it was
what you
like a
said.
governmental program.
He's like aid.
I think it was like, you know, like a governmental program or
Okay.
something where
I
you
know
can
they
go
like-
and you can put your children
Yeah.
in therapy or whatever.
Right.
They can talk about shit,
I know,
right?
Yeah, I know the government.
I
Like,
don't-
don't say we ain't never did nothing for y'all.
Right. I don't really remember talking about stuff like that. I do remember like drawing and
Okay,
you
you
know,
were you were
and,
expressing
you know,
and being
yeah.
able to release your emotions that way by
Right.
drawing it. Okay,
stuff
cool.
like that, right?
Yeah.
But when and if I did speak, I could only speak about what I remembered. And when I
Right.
brought that up to him, he was like, "Yes, yes, it's so true. It's so true." And he had never even experienced the freedom of sacred plant medicine. So he's going in strictly off of
book knowledge.
Book knowledge.
Right.
Right? He's going in strictly off of book knowledge. Now, again, before we go in, I'm going to keep telling y'all on Instagram.
Okay.
If you want to see the full screen of what we're getting ready to show and what we're getting ready to teach, then click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down, tap the Facebook icon or the YouTube icon so you can see the illustration and all that.
Okay.
She said, my therapist was stressed the hell out too. Shake my head. Exactly. Because this is the thing. The therapist is sitting there, client after client, and taking the shit on, right? And if they don't know how to remove what other people's trauma is, then they'll end up taking the trauma on for themselves and not even realizing it, that they done took on somebody else shit because they don't know how to release it from them, and then they're walking around with anxiety and depression.
Oh
themselves.
Man, so we just had a whole bunch of comments. I just kind of let those comments go.
Zeno,
I was kind of slipping on my game, you know what I'm
slipping.
saying? So I just want to go back. So what up though, Angie? Angie said, hey fam. We already know what up. Kenya, what's up?
Hey,
you know
what
I'm saying? Monet, what's happening?
Okay, good. I'm letting me know my
she
people.
Said she came through for the full view over here.
Okay,
Janine,
good.
You know, she just said beautiful clarity. You know what I'm saying? She loves it. As a matter of fact, she took one of Monet's high frequency caps this morning, and her mood was completely elevated. See what I'm saying? This is what we're talking about. What else?
Even
and
when
I'll
you
just
out
put
there
that
stealing,
up there for y'all to see.
stealing your woman's stuff.
Right. Okay.
It's still making you feel good. She told us about it. She told us about it.
Angel Ewing. She said, Shaman gonna break it down so you know and understand.
Listen,
okay.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
That's what we talking about.
So again, if y'all over here on Instagram and Instagram world, and you want to be able to see the full screen before we get started, because we literally getting ready to get started. I was just talking shit to just make sure I give y'all time to come in the room.
Exactly.
Click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down, either tap Facebook or YouTube so that you can see the full view on what we getting ready to teach on. Instead of just seeing us, you can see a wider screen, a wider version. You can see the words, illustrations, all of the stuff that we're really showing the people over here on this screen over here. So you're going to see me talking to the people over here. I'm going to be talking to the people over here. And I'm going to be talking to the people down here.
Hey, what up?
As we talk and teach today on how to heal from depression and anxiety with sacred plant medicine.
Yep. So Rochelle said, what up though, fam? I switched over to YouTube. It's much better that way. Yeah, because you get to see the full joint, right?
You get to see the full
joint.
You
can see all the effects and everything, all the extra special features. It's all good. Hey Heather, how are you? Look, we love our fam, you know what I'm saying, for coming through always. And so look,
and y'all share this live too.
Right. So I'm gonna keep it 100. We definitely took some notes because we dug in really, really deep. We just kind of went through some of the things that we already researched about the topic, because and let me just say this, we have done tons and tons of studying, so we're able to pull from a lot of different resources. Hey Raytoria, what's going on?
Raytoria said I'm gonna hop on YouTube.
There you go.
Yes, we're gonna wait for you. Come on, hop on YouTube. Just
good.
Scroll, click the link in my bio. Scroll all the way down.
And share this, you know what I'm saying? Listen, if it's somebody that you know they've been on your head about these type of topics and subjects, please.
And you know what? I think we might be talking too loud. Y'all let us know if we talking too loud, because we like, and then all this and then that happened, and then what happened was that?
I'm talking. Well, you just say we.
I said we.
Okay,
right?
I don't think so. Me personally.
Y'all let me know.
I'm gonna eat something. Yeah, that's good. haven't eaten anything.
Listen, let me explain something to y'all about him. He always feeling like he got to crunch and munch on something.
Yes. Okay.
See what I'm saying? That's an issue. You know what you should crunch and munch on?
What?
Some damn fruit.
Well,
you know what else you should crunch and munch on?
Okay.
Some damn vegetables.
Okay.
I know that the chips is a vegetable, like a whole and it's not a potato. I know, but still,
right? You know what I'm saying? If it's healthy, then that's what I'm rocking with.
Okay, so
you know what I mean. And I still, I like to snack, and I like to snack on things that kind of remind me of all of the stuff that I used to eat that I'm unable to really eat now.
Okay.
So
you're able to eat it. You just choose not to.
Right. Well, I can't eat it, but but
you choose not to.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So again, before we start,
okay,
because we about to start Instagram. I'm gonna be talking to y'all Instagram down here. Over here, right?
Yes.
So if you want to see the full screen on what we're getting ready to show and teach, then hurry up and click the link in my bio. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Tap YouTube or Facebook. We'll be able to see your comments over here, and all that good stuff. We'll be able to show your comments on the screen and for the replay and all that good stuff. So what was we saying before?
Well, we're talking about, the topic is, we're talking about healing from anxiety and depression with using sacred plant medicine. And so the first thing that we're going to hit on is, again, the history behind all of this, because I said, and I kind of led with this.
Actually, the history of the medicine and the power of it too, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the history and the power, because the history of psilocybin plant medicine is deeply rooted, culturally, spiritually, and it's been used as medicinal practices for ancient times.
Yeah, this thing is literally, it is a profound situation to be able to come up on when you do the research, and you're like, whoa, this is intense. It's like, you know what I mean? It's an expansive situation for your mind. And so that's what we are here to do. So
and can I say this really quickly? I say this all the time. I just want to lead with it before Zeno goes in and breaks it down. I just want to lead with the history of this medicine, right?
Well, wait, when you say history,
well,
what are you talking about?
history, right? Because this medicine has been on this earth for billions of years.
Exactly.
And so a lot of people, when we talk about this medicine, a lot of people equate what we do to religion, right? To it being evil, right? To the Bible. Do we read the Bible? Yes. Do we believe the Bible?
Yes.
Yeah. But
parts of it.
But we you have to understand that the Bible was written a little over 2,000 years ago, right? This earth has been in existence for billions of years. What about before the Bible? What about before books and papyrus, right? I'm talking stone, etched in stone, right?
Yeah.
Before there were anything, any words, any tangible
artwork,
thing,
rocks,
exactly.
Caves.
We were ethereal beings.
Oh,
right.
You going all the way.
Right,
we were go there, all the way there now.
Yeah, before we manifested on this earth, we were ethereal beings.
Okay, we'll have to do a whole lesson.
We will. Oh yeah.
To go into depth.
We're gonna go into detail on like the different root races and what we started off at. Because at one point in time, y'all know the third eye right here in the middle was really the first eye, because y'all have seen movies with Cyclops. Boom, that's what we used to look like at one time. It was really called the first eye. But anyway, we're getting off into that.
Yeah.
But before we were in this realm, we were ethereal beings, spirit, right? And this earth, when it existed for billions of years, this medicine has been on this earth. No matter where you walk on the earth, under the ground, is mycelium, and it's what this medicine grows from.
Yeah.
It is literally feeding us.
Yeah.
It's literally feeding us already, whether you understand it or not. You're already breathing in the spores. It's not an amount of times you can read a Bible where you can call this evil that you ain't breathed in the spores in this life and previous lives, because no matter where you walk on this earth, under the ground is mycelium, right? The mycelium is what this medicine grows from. The mycelium is what makes it possible for the trees to communicate with the trees or swap nutrients from one tree to another tree, or the reason that the grass can communicate with the flowers and so on and so on. It gives us life from the fruits and the vegetables that grow from the ground, and it breaks us down, right, to our skeletal self.
Wow.
When we're buried in the ground, us and our ancestors. So it is feeding all that technology back into this earth. So since the beginning of time, since the first person was buried, right, the mycelium came, went to work. What? When things start to decay, what happens? You start to see mold. Right? This is a fungi. That just grows and it shoots. I don't even know the damn amount, but it's probably billions and trillions and millions and billions and trillions and millions and billions and trillions of spores in the air. Right? And so we're getting ready to go deeper, and Zeno is going to start this off with giving y'all a little bit more.
Time to come in, and let me say this too.
Oh, I wasn't about to say that, but okay.
Oh no, well go ahead, please.
No, you said a little bit more time to come in. I didn't know we was giving them more time to come in.
No, well the reason why I'm saying that is because of this. Is because for the people that are on YouTube, right? And I believe Facebook, you guys are going to be able to see all of the features. So that means that we're going to, because we do have pics, we got some pictures, and some information that'll be flashing across the screen for everybody that's on Instagram. Again, if you'd like to see that and be a part of that and actually interact and go through that whole situation with us, that's great.
And by all means, and before you get into it, it's somebody on here on Instagram named Footstool Connection sent me a request to go to do live. Listen, I need to know why we're going live. I don't just let random people, not trying to be funny, but I just don't let random people just pop up on live because you won't be showing your ass on screen. Well, to my audience,
let me say this.
I'm not saying that that's what you trying to do. Okay. But we've had people in the past get on the live and be on some BS, and so we're not gonna do that. So what you can do is you can let me know why you requesting to go live.
No, and see that's what I was getting ready to say.
That still don't mean we're gonna go live. I'm just saying.
Listen, at the end of the day, you can actually ask as many questions. We can get into a conversation, but you actually just getting on the live and hopping on like this is a free for all. That's not really jumping off because honestly, we don't even know you like that. So because we don't know you like that, I'm saying it for what it really is. Right? I'm saying it for what it really is. Now we love you, right?
Don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there you go. I apologize. Okay, see,
it's so there when you clarify. But I'm just
and somebody did that last time too. But they put a question in the thing, and they end up doing the right thing, and I had to apologize again. So you don't know what you're doing. Okay,
so people saying the volume is cool.
Okay, so that means you requesting to hop on the live with us, and if we pull you on a live on Instagram, it's going to the sound is going to backfire in here, right? So what we gonna do is you ready to start?
Yeah, I'm ready to start. Okay. So with that being said, let's get off into the history of this. And the first thing that I want to actually talk about honestly is where this whole thing really started for the most part, right? So if we look throughout history with everything that you're going to see is going to be a numerous amount and an array of cultures around the world that have been utilizing plant medicines for healing. So any and everywhere that you look, when you start to do your research and you go through this thing, this is what you're going to find. You're going to find different cultures, different civilizations at different times, right? All moving in, dealing with plants and herbs to actually help heal. And we're also talking about healing. We're talking about we're not going to get into this, but they use it for ornamental stuff. They put it on some of their clothes. People use herbs and plants for makeup, all types of things for fashion. This stuff went down, period. Okay. But most importantly, because of the topic that we're hitting on right now, which is anxiety and depression, right? Yeah. Then you better know that those ancient civilizations, especially when we go back to the origin, right? We talking about the first serious real civilization. Oh, they've been moving in this. So my whole thing is, you're gonna say to me, I already know, because I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling it in the spirit right. No, I'm not. But I'm saying, it's always people out there when they hear this, it's like, yo, okay, you're gonna say, who's Zeno, right? Who? Where was this jumping off at? And how long was it jumping off, right? Where people was moving in these plant medicines and dealing with herbs and all of this stuff. Who? Okay, so let's get into it. Like I said, we gonna rock and we're gonna get into it. So we have to go to the oldest civilization known to man, right? Which was the Sumerians. Now, who are the Sumerians? I'm finna pull something up for you guys to be able to see.
While he's pulling it up, is there anybody in here who knows who the Sumerians were?
Let's see before I pull it up.
Before we pull it up, is there anybody in here familiar with the Sumerians?
Let me see. Does anybody know? Or, is anybody locked in for them to be able to understand who the Sumerians were?
And listen, and this ain't no damn quiz, so don't be afraid.
Right.
If you don't know, damn it, you don't know.
Right. Right. Okay. See, Rochelle says she do.
Okay.
I believe that too.
Well, we believe that.
We already know.
Believe that.
Yeah, we already know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, is there anybody else in the spot? No.
Okay.
So then this is
if you're on Instagram, and you want to be able to see what we're posting for everyone over here on these screens over here, then hurry up and click the link in my bio. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. You can tap the YouTube icon or you can tap the Facebook icon to hop on the live. Okay. Both of them are live. That way you can see the illustrations, the pictures, whatever we pull up, you'll get it, instead of just seeing this halfway screen of us. But if you cool on here, we cool too.
Okay. So let's talk about it. The Sumerians were an ancient civilization, right? And it was founded in the Mesopotamia region of what was called back then the Fertile Crescent. Okay. And here's a reason why it was called the Fertile Crescent, because it was located in between the Tigris and the Euphrates River. All right. The Tigris and the Euphrates River. In essence, right, what that originally means is that it was located in Africa. Now, I'm saying this because I'm saying it was located in Africa because there's a lot of debate about that, right? When we even use the term Middle East, it's technical. It's technical because the Middle East is literally this chunk of land that goes between Africa and it moves over into China, into Europe, and into China and all of that on that side. So my whole thing is, if we go back into time, right? Because we're going back to the original civilization. Then there was something called Pangea. All right. And so this was actually located. They were actually located on Pangea. All right. And so now we got to ask that question because most people are going to ask, well, what the hell? Exactly.
Right.
Right.
I can't stand when people be saying this and that and they don't be explaining what it is. No, we want to explain what it is.
Right. Well, let me get to this even before because I'm going into what is Pangea, but I need y'all to take a look at some of these pics because I'm just showing y'all.
Before he going to Pangea, he getting too geeked MC.
Right.
So these are depictions of the Sumerians.
Right. So you see here it is a statue of two different heads. Now, if you notice, let's just keep it 100. The noses are destroyed. The noses are destroyed on these statues.
Just like it is on the
like what?
In Egypt.
Okay. Or Kemet. Kemet. We go back to the original.
Kemet, Mesopotamia, Atlantis.
Right.
What? It's all over there in Africa.
Right. So that top statue, the top head of that last pic, this is the same statue and it's a frontal view, right? It's a portrait view of that statue. Okay. So you can clearly see that the nose has been destroyed on it. So why? I don't know. But then here we go because I want to take you here just for a second. And this is kind of like a timeline of the depiction of the Sumerians, right? And first, I just want to explain to you guys that are unable to see it. First, it was a picture of actually two statues, one of a male and one of a female, and they both look like aliens with elongated skulls, right? Very big eyes, right? Noses. They look like serpents almost.
Oh, Heather, you said you're trying to find on YouTube. I don't know, when did you say that? Because I don't know if you're on you on my Facebook right now. So if you on my Facebook right now, then you probably need to go to my YouTube and click the link in my bio and scroll down to YouTube,
right,
and the YouTube icon, and tap that one. Or you can just hop on YouTube and search bitch I'm vegan, but BTCH I'm vegan, right? Yes. And then it'll show you that we're live on there. But you can pretty much still see the same thing from Facebook too. Let me plug this phone up.
Okay, yeah. So in essence, the Sumerians were located right on Pangaea in Mesopotamia, in between the Tigris and the Euphrates River, and they were known for their innovations in language, their governmental structures, for the architecture, the agriculture, and much, much more. Okay, much more than that. And when I say much more, right? This is what I mean when I say much more. The Sumerians are considered the creators of civilization. All right. And most modern human beings in this day and age, that's what they understand it to be. That the Sumerians actually created civilization. All right. Now, that's important to look at, because if the Sumerians were the ones who created civilization, meaning they moved in with fire, right? This is we talking about before caveman, before caveman. All right, before caveman.
Way before.
Y'all do realize that civilizations rise and fall. Okay.
This earth has been in existence for billions of years. Right? That Noah's Ark catastrophe that happened was
cataclysmic.
Not the first.
Right. So there were several cataclysmic situations that happened to the earth. And so civilization had to restart all over again. You know, a few times. Right. And so here's the thing about it, is that the Sumerians, right, have had written records that archaeologists have found about medicinal plants dating back at least 5,000 years ago. You heard that. 5,000 years ago. Now, let me ask y'all this one question. Is 5,000 years ago longer than 2,000 years ago? Is it longer than 2,000 years ago? Right. So the whole point of my wife saying, yo, like,
wait, hold on, let me put on do not disturb on here just in case somebody try to call me, because people texting me already.
Okay, no worries.
Do not disturb.
It's all good.
Okay, I had to pause it right quick because you know people was texting me. So oh my God, Trisha, I hope you on here so I can click.
Right. So look, so the point that I'm making is that this planet Earth, right, which my wife has already said is billions of years old, okay? And if we go back, like I said, to the actual location, that means that North America, let me put it up here. What is Pangaea? North America, Africa, South America, and Europe all existed as one continent called Pangaea, okay, during those days and time frames. So now there's some other things that took place that now what we call that area in Mesopotamia, you know what I'm saying, the Middle East, right, and Syria and all of that. The bottom line is, because first it was Mesopotamia, then it was called Babylonia, then it was called Syria, right? It's the bottom line is because of time, and there's these earthquakes and volcanic eruptions that take place that shakes the earth. Then it's going to create a divide. The waters are going to come in, and so that's what we're seeing, and we're seeing that now. Period.
Right, and so we're not going to go on a full lesson on the Sumerians and all of that. Just know that we talking about 5,000 years, but the Sumerians is how old?
hundreds of thousands of years old.
Listen here, ago. Okay, so boom, we talked. Did you get some more explanation into the history behind this medicine?
So now let's get to it, because I'm going right back to it. So what we're talking about is a civilization dealing with the flora and the fauna. Okay, so I have to put that up there so people know what it is. What is flora? Flora is the plants and plant life. They were actually experimenting and dealing with the flora or the plant life hundreds and thousands of years ago. Okay, what is fauna? I said flora and fauna. Fauna is the animals that make up the animal kingdom. So now we're talking about the plants, we're talking about the animals, and they actually domesticated wild animals back in that time frame. Okay, so now here it is. Just as a reminder, again, planet Earth is actually in space. I want y'all to know that.
Floating in space. It ain't on the ground, even though we got a ground. Right? It may seem like Earth is on the ground. We're grounded. We're on the ground because of gravity. But Earth is literally floating in space. Don't get it twisted.
Exactly. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because I would really like to broaden the whole mindset, your mindset about this, right?
Yeah, because we even go in deeper.
Right. Because at the end of the day, a lot of times people are so stuck on the fact that there's gravity here and we're connected to the Earth's surface that this is all that there is. And no, right? We still having issues with each other on this planet, but understand this planet is rotating in the middle of space. Okay? So in all technicality, we're still all in space, a part of a much larger organism, right? And macro, right? This macro view of what exists outside of just the planet. Okay, so now back to the books. Here it is. Now, what they did was these books actually describe a well-established medicinal use for these plants and herbs. Now, I'm just going to name 3 of the herbs right now, okay, that they use that you guys are familiar with, right? And some of the usages to give you an example as we lead up to this sacred medicine, okay? So now, one of the herbs was what they call a laurel plant. A laurel plant, okay? And so the laurel plant, I'm going to put this up here so you guys can see it. What does that look like, y'all? This is where
bay leaves,
there you go. Right.
If you're on Instagram and you want to see what we doing,
yeah,
click the link in my bio, scroll down. I'm just saying it throughout, and tap the YouTube what is it called? YouTube icon or the Facebook icon, so you can see what we're showing over here.
Okay, that's a good question. Janine asked me, do you know where the language of flora and fauna originate from? No, I do not. Not off the top of my head. Put the answer down in there in the screen. Let me know what's happening. Rochelle said that caveman represents one of the many human resets.
Okay, yes, for real.
Yeah, so that's really what it was. So now, are you saying, Zeno, that the Sumerians were actually dealing with the laurel plant or bay leaves and using them for medicinal purposes? Yes, they were. It was found in a book where archaeologists dug up in the earth, found it, and then translated the information, and they broke down, oh man, this is a medicine book that's relative to plants and herbs, and this is what the Sumerians, it's in their handwriting. Okay, so this isn't stuff that I'm making up. Here's another plant that I'm going to put up. Okay, this plant right here.
But hold on, though. I'm just saying, like, it's certain things that, like the bay leaf, it helps with with gas.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's also a herb that people help to treat cancer, infections,
powerful
digestive problems, right? So it's a lot of different plants. These plants also have a spirit.
Wow.
They're also living. And when you tap into this plant medicine that we're going to continue to teach y'all about tonight,
yeah,
you know, on even a different aspect than what we may have taught before, um, you'll understand that this medicine truly does help you heal depression and anxiety. You know, I'm pretty sure it's people in here now that has gone on these journeys and has dealt with this plant medicine. It has helped them to get rid of to heal from depression and anxiety. Like it literally upgraded their lives when they integrated, right? Because integrating all, it helps you quantum leap. We're gonna talk a little bit about that also as we get off into it. But we're gonna go to the next plant.
Yes. So, and baby, on our walks, I noticed actually, I was like, oh my gosh, this is this plant that we see on our walks. You notice that?
Oh, yes.
So this is something called the caraway plant. The caraway plant is also called the Meridian fennel or the Persian cumin. Right? So this plant was actually grown, right, for its botanical fruits, which was really the seeds. And they used that in foods, even not to this day, cosmetics, in beverages, watch this, and now in modern day, in the pharmaceutical industry. So this seed, the caraway plant, understand, modern day medicine has to go back, right, from this research. And here's the thing about
these prescriptions that people are taking, they are getting them from the plants. They're getting the active ingredient from the plant, but they're also adding chemicals, which will not heal you. It will only go into your brain and numb the situation, make you think that it's doing something. It's doing something, all right, right? But the caraway, you know, it helps with improving phlegm.
Yes.
Infections and bacteria. It helps with urination issues and constipation. And it helps also to help stabilize blood sugar.
Wow.
Right. That's just some. These are just some of the medicinal properties.
So listen, I'm so glad that you breaking this down, because at the end of the day,
we're trying to teach y'all about how this plant medicine, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you, if you constipated and you stay constipated, you're gonna have depression and anxiety. Period. Because your liver not working right to get that toxic waste from out of your body, and it's sitting in your body, and the toxic waste fumes are rising.
For sure.
Right? And when you rise and you got toxicity all up here in your brain, you can't think straight. Right? And when you can't think straight, you get anxious and you know, you get a lot of anxiety and you feel like a whole bunch of shit is on your back, right? And then you start getting depressed. Period.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, again, that's just another plant. And the whole point of us bringing this information up is that understand ancient civilizations move with dealing with plants and herbs. That was a way of life. So this idea of just thinking about what it is that we move in per se, that when we start talking about retreats and ceremonies, right? Retreats and ceremonies are just one aspect of life from ancient civilization. That's the spiritual aspect of it. But they moved as a culture and as a civilization where they utilized what they had access to. So they went to the earth, and this was a way of life, and they healed themselves and elongated their lives from dealing with plants and herbs. This is the point of us actually pulling all of this up. So if we talk about bay leaves, that's real simple. You're like, oh, I can go get that at the store. Yes, you can go get it at the store, but it's an extremely powerful plant that can be used medicinally.
Let me say this really quickly to put this in perspective, right?
Yes.
Just like I always say, before religion, there was the shaman. Before any religion. Before medical schools,
right,
they heal with the plant, with the plants and the herbs and the things from the earth. Understand, to help put this in perspective, medical school did not start until 1765.
Wow. Wait, say that again.
Medical school did not start until 1765.
So 1765 versus 6,000 years of books that they actually found of the Sumerian civilization moving with plants and herbs. But now you talking about medical schools weren't really established until 1765.
And medical schools are not founded on healing anything. Right? It's not. It's founded on learning what the damn symptoms are, and then learning what the prescription is that match that.
Yes.
Right? Because one prescription that you take constantly will always lead to another prescription that you're going to take, which is going to lead to another doctor that you're going to see and another specialist that, you're going to have to deal with if you don't handle your shit, because your body is your body. Your temple is your temple. It is your responsibility to make sure that your temple is a temple of health and that you give your body what it needs to heal, because we're born healers.
What's up, Beastie China? What up?
Hey.
So
listen, if y'all thank y'all for coming on my Instagram. But if you're on my Instagram and you want to see the full screen on what we are teaching on, then
go to YouTube.
Click the link in my bio and scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you can tap the YouTube icon or the Facebook icon. That way you can see the full screen on what we're showing, the illustrations, the pictures, all that over here. You're not just seeing just a elongated screen over here on Instagram. But if you cool, we cool.
Right. So now let's go to just the third and final plant that I'm going to talk about now. Then I'll move just a little bit more further down.
Yeah, so we
history,
can start
so we can get off into the
Actually, after this, can we get right into
Sure, we can.
Yeah,
it's
after that,
good.
let's get right into the
Yes. Okay. So then here it is. I want to show y'all this plant for those of you guys who can see it. All right. Let's get back so I won't be a distraction. Can somebody let me know what the hell that is? For all my people that actually cook, right? If you know what that is, right? If you know what it is, please let me know if you know what it is. Type something in that in the comment section real quick. Can somebody tell me exactly what that plant is? Do you know? And it's okay if you don't, but you can give a really good guess if you into some herbs when you in that kitchen burning. You know what I'm saying? I don't cook, but I kind of recognize different herbs and plants just because of my beautiful wife right here and being around her. Okay, so we getting some comments. Let's see. Okay, Rochelle said this. She said, well, that was just a statement, really. And
okay, well, go ahead and tell them what the people is.
Okay. Rochelle said, let your what food what
be thy medicine.
Yes,
be your medicine.
There
That's
it
what
is.
She said.
Yep. Okay. Hey, what up, to Amanda? Hey. What's happening? Okay, she said, Shannon. Oh my gosh, I love this, and then
Shannon,
she gave a guess.
Shannon, you popped up on here. We love you. If you want to see the full screen on what we're showing and teaching, then you can click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and tap the YouTube link, and then you'll be able to see what we're showing, the illustrations, the wording, all of that, and a full screen.
Okay. So Amanda, you said parsley.
Okay.
That's okay.
Don't
That's
be
all right.
no people.
That's okay. Ari explains it all. She said thyme or parsley. Well, you know it's not parsley. Here it is, because you did give two answers. So, but no, look, I'm just kidding. But no, Rochelle and Ari explains it all. You got it right. Yeah, that is thyme, right? Thyme. Yep. Oh, don't switch up on me now, Rochelle. You had it. You was. It was all good. Amanda is cracking up. All right. Look at that. Patricia came in there. She said, "Ooh, mint. It does look like mint." That's a really good guess. Mm-hmm. That's a really good guess, right? But that is thyme. Okay. Yeah. That is thyme.
Yeah.
And so
thyme.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Thyme helps with so many different things. It helps with your mood. If you got coughing spells, your blood pressure, sore throat. Mm-hmm. It helps with give you antioxidants, heart health. Yeah. So let me give another few examples. So thyme oil. Thyme oil was used as a germ killer. Ooh, or oregano oil. Any of y'all know about that? Oregano oil, Lord have mercy. Yeah, it'll burn a hole through your sock. Yes, it's used as through your skin. Through what? Wait, what did you say? Oregano oil. If anybody know about oregano oil, then they know what the hell I'm talking about. Wow. Okay. Okay. So this is a germ killer. And mouthwashes. It's used for liniments, different types of liniments. It's also used on the scalp for baldness.
right? And ears to fight bacterial and fungal infections. Now, there's a chemical called thymol, and thymol is used, right, from thyme. It's used as a dental varnish, right? They mix it up and use this also, this from the thyme plant, right? This chemical called thymol, and it helps with decay, right, for your teeth. So understand, if we know this now, that just simply means that they knew it back then. They knew it and they were moving in it. You understand what I'm saying? So we're just talking about practical uses, yes, right? At the end of the day.
We're going in really just talking about the history, and we still ain't really broke down the history of the plant medicine, all of that. But we're gonna go ahead. You ready to get into this lesson to teach these people how to heal from depression and anxiety?
Yes, you add something else? Yeah, and I just want to say this. Honestly, plant medicines from way back in the day, that simply means if the Sumerians were actually rocking with this and they were in Africa, those cultures inside of that continent, here it is, continent, or that part of Pangea, they begin to move out further, right? And navigate the land. And that helped influence a lot of other people.
And the funny thing is, Earth is Earth. I don't care if you in Asia. I don't care if you in Africa. I don't care if you in Detroit, Chicago, Illinois, Timbuktu, Bali, Tulum, Mexico, Honduras. Earth is Earth.
Right.
Earth is Earth.
That's the truth.
Period.
That's the truth. Yeah. So, I mean, and then again, we can talk about just different types of therapeutic ways that plants and herbs can be used, like in Ayurveda, right? There's really a strong medicinal practice and therapeutic practice that is known for coming out of India, right? For my people that don't know, and this is just a whole lot. It's a whole lot to this. We can go into the Native Americans. We can go into the Greeks. We can go into the Romans. I'm ready for y'all. If y'all really want to,
Zeno,
I'm just saying.
Ass.
We can go there.
No, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Zeno ass. He will teach you until he can't teach you no more.
That's what I'm saying.
Do I have to turn it to that little boy?
Okay, so look, go ahead. Let's break it down, and I'd like for you to take. You can take the wheel. No, look, Miss Jesus, take the wheel, Miss Jesus.
Miss Jesus, what the hell that mean?
Yeah.
You want some BS?
Go ahead.
You gonna go off camera so you can crunch and munch again?
Yes.
Okay,
go ahead.
All right, so. Y'all ready? Some of y'all can take notes. Some of y'all don't have to take notes. The replay will be up, but we will be posting a lot of the things that we are talking about because we came prepared for that ass today. Kind of, sort of, until I tried to hurry up and put this chair together 30 minutes before the damn live.
Okay, hold on. So real quick, just want to read some comments because now I'll let you flow and I'll just keep my eye on these comments over here.
You but you still got to pull the stuff over there, right?
For sure. It's all good. So Amanda just said, look, I was just playing. It's time. You knew what it was, right? Of course. Of course you did. Right. All right. And then Amos said, I love oil. I don't even know what oregano.
Oil. It's so good for you. It is so good for you. But I'm telling you,
yes, oregano
take
oil.
It just straight.
Listen, Amanda said, "Yes, Lord, oregano oil ain't no joke. All it takes is a little drop, bloop, and then, man, you lit.
That's
you lit.
All it
okay." Heather said, "Dang, the whole medicine cabinet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's plants that actually give." A foundation for a lot of the medicines that we use in modern day times right now.
If you have an ailment, would you rather put a chemical on the ailment, or would you rather put something that has life, right? That takes water, that is water, right?
Yeah,
like
it needs some of the angels
and nutrients,
of this earth. So Rashida said, "Man, these are the bitter herbs mentioned in the Bible." Yeah, for sure.
Rochelle.
Yeah, Rochelle. Did I say Rashida? Rochelle.
Yeah, Rochelle.
Okay, Angie said, "Yes, I use oregano oil every day, a few drops. I'm used to the fire now, but it is fire.
God.
Yeah, you a G for that. You a straight up G, because my gosh, I'm telling you that oregano oil will go through you.
I'll try to take that like in something else and hurry up and drink some cold pressed juice.
Right. What's going on over there in my Instagram people? So here it is. Rochelle said most doctors practice medicine, right? And pharmakia. Okay. They are drug dealers who specialize in iatrogenic practices, meaning specializing in the cycle of side effects. Here we go. And addiction to pills. That's really what they're moving in, right?
Period. Yep.
So here it is. Heather just said, "Look, I'm taking notes." Right, and
why
she
our
noted this stuff
so
is
little. Can we make our screen bigger and still show?
Sure
them?
can. There you go.
Yeah. What's up with
she said straight from spirit on them. Okay.
Oh yeah. Why they like this? Do y'all like it better like this, or do y'all like it better the other way? Y'all let us know.
Yeah.
If y'all like it better the other way, no. If you like it better like this, put some ones in the chat.
Yeah. It's all good.
And then if you like it better the other way, then put some twos in the chat. I just feel like it may be better to show us a little closer than smaller. As long as we can still see y'all name up there, but y'all let us know.
Right. In the meantime. I'm gonna end up producing this though, because here's my wife now. She's trying to produce, and I feel you. I love your feelings about the way that we look and everything. But I just want you to know that the screen's going to be shifting depending on what we're putting up front. Okay.
That's fine.
So I love you.
I love you too.
And you're my co-producer too. So I ain't even mad at you.
I'm about to say, okay.
No,
I appreciate that.
It's all good. I'm just letting you know. Okay. Yeah. So there it is. You feel me? This is how we do. When you've been together for 30 plus years, I'm telling you, boy.
Y'all see that?
Woo. All right. So here it is. Yeah, you can continue back.
Okay. So listen. What this live is to come on here. What is this live to come on here? No, that don't sound right.
Yeah, this live is to come on here and what?
Okay, we're on this live.
There you go.
Right? We came on here to.
You know what? We family. I'm just gonna eat. It's all good. I ain't even gonna front no more. That's how raw we be getting down up in here.
Oh my God!
What up, though, IG?
Listen, we came up. Listen, IG. If you want to see the full screen,
yes.
For the people that's new coming in here on IG, on what we're showing, the pictures, the illustrations, all that, full screen of us, wider screen. Hurry up, click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and tap the YouTube link. All right, all right, because we're getting ready to teach. I'm gonna be talking over here, be talking down here, and I'm gonna be talking to the people over here to the left, right? And we're going to be teaching on how to heal. We're going to tell you how to heal from depression and anxiety with the help of this plant medicine, this sacred plant medicine, because I've helped so many people throughout the years do this. I've seen it time after 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 time.
Yes.
Right? Like, really too many times to count. Like, that's what this medicine is. This medicine is ancient. It's beautiful. It's sacred. And it is plant medicine by default, but truly it is earth medicine. Right? It's a plant. It feeds the plants, but it grows from under the earth.
Yeah. So Rochelle put a 1 up. Heather put a 1 up.
Okay.
Angie said, "Oh, I chased that oil with some water immediately." That's what I'm saying. You can't just. That's like fire. That's like fire shut up in your bones. Okay.
Listen, that water don't be good enough for me. I'll be needing.
Trisha put up a 1.
Okay, good. So they like the bigger screen better, but it'll shift when we do it like this. Right?
So yeah, Heather just said, "I hate to harp on this oregano oil, but how do y'all take it?" Yeah, you just put a drop or 2 in some water.
A drop or 2 in an 8-ounce glass of water. Yeah. And I don't know if you would want to do it. I don't know. Some people might say do it cold. Yeah. Some people might say do it lukewarm. But cold would make it harder for me to drink, so I would just do like lukewarm. And I would, when I say take it to the head, and I'm holding my breath while I'm doing it. And then, like I said, I have my little bit of cold pressed juice on the side to chase it with. But we're gonna talk about how this medicine helps, right, heal depression and anxiety. So through one of the ways it does it is through because this medicine helps to unlock emotional blockages.
Yes.
Right. So don't you have that to put on the screen?
Yeah, emotional blockages for sure. I mean, well,
because you're supposed to be producing this stuff.
I know, but
and you eating chips.
But here's the
and
thing,
dips.
though. You talking about emotional blockages, and so here's the thing. Let's do this because see, now I gotta take this back a little bit.
Well,
That's about
you
can
really
barely see it,
people.
but this is just a chart. Okay, well, you know what? Just to give you an idea, I wish that I could. You asked me to do that, and I mean, shit.
Okay, don't worry about it.
So, I mean, hey, yeah, on our end.
Oh,
so,
okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So ultimately, this is where, and this is like like a thermal, right? Imagery of where emotions are felt in the body. So if you could look to the top left figure, then what you would see is that that's where happiness is stored. You feel me? Happiness is stored right there.
Right where?
Happiness. It radiates throughout the whole body. Do you see that? Look at anger. That dark color now coming in. Right?
The next
one.
Well,
no,
anger.
Actually, it's the opposite. So anger is held in the heart and in the mind. I apologize. The red is for the places in which you'll actually feel it. Okay. And it's on the graph. Y'all can see up top where it's much cooler and then much darker, right? Fear, head, chest region, stomach. That all makes sense, right? Fight or flight. That system, your heart is beating real fast. You know, you might start sweating. Your pulse is beating, so your temples and stuff, and you can feel all of that, and you get the butterfly feeling in your stomach. That's where it's held, right? Disgust. Look at that. Disgust. It's felt in your hands. So that means there's an automatic or subconscious response to being disgusted in your face, right in the middle of your chest cavity, and it just envelops your whole solar plex section, your whole stomach, and your gut. Sadness. Now, there's a lower register of that where your arms from your elbows, right from the half of the bicep all the way down, gets a cooler reaction when people are sad. Sadness affects this third eye region, right here to the throat chakra, right? The mouth, and then right in this area here, your heart center.
Because you start feeling that welt all up in your throat, and then your heart area.
Yeah, surprise when people are surprised. Now you can see that it's in their eyes, their brain. The brain is reacting as well as the heart, right? In that chest center, right? Here it is. This is the one that we're looking for. Anxiety. Look at anxiety. Anxiety is felt really all in this area here. Your whole top torso, basically, outside of your arms. It's also lit though here, right from the brain, eyes, mouth, neck. But from that neck down, look how bright it is in the heart center. Anxiety.
But truly, the brain is connected to the nervous system too.
Watch this. Nervous system. Watch the difference here. Love. When you actually feel love for real, it look like that whole body lit. Almost. Right? All in your head, your neck, your heart, your arms, right? That whole region, your solar plexus, it even goes down to the sacral region. You see that? You even get a feeling of love in your feet.
Yeah.
So they do the happy dance.
Okay, so they get the point to the heart. Right.
So you can see it. I'm just saying though, you know what I'm saying? We here to teach. It is what it is, so that y'all can get this and understand what it is. Okay. So now let's get some comments here.
And flip the hook up back too so we can see.
Okay, yeah. So you want me to put us larger?
No, I'm saying the amount of the.
Oh yeah. Okay. Not a problem. We can do that. Oh, okay. Well, let me do this. Okay, good. And so now,
there we go.
Yep, here's what we have. Heather saying, man, I can screenshot this later and enlarge it. Yes, yep. That's a smart move, yes. Right? Very smart move. Here it is. Rochelle said, if taken improperly, those oils and tinctures can affect what? The liver. Mm-hmm. You want to be sure to drink at least 1 ounce of water with each dose. That's really, really good. Mm-hmm. You know,
when 8 ounces, I'll take the 8 ounces.
Yeah, when you're dealing with those, because those oils and tinctures can be really, really potent, right?
Very potent.
Exactly.
Especially depending on the process.
Yes. Yep. So Heather's just like in alignment with that. It's all good. She definitely taking the advice. All right.
So again, like I said, you know, this medicine helps to one of the ways that it helps to heal you from depression and anxiety is it helps to unlock emotional blockages, right?
Mm-hmm. So y'all saw that on the chart, all the emotional stuff and where you hold emotions.
Mm-hmm. And it does that through spiritual cleansing and purging, right? Mm-hmm. And the purgative effects, they help to release like the stagnant energy and emotional blockages. Mm-hmm. So do y'all get what I'm saying? That purging, right? It helps to remove that stagnant energy and emotional blockages, that stuff that's been locked up in the body. Yes. And this process involves intense physical and emotional purging. Mm-hmm. And it helps you release toxic energies, toxic relationships that no longer serve you. Because those are some of the things that help to contribute to depression and anxiety. And I'm going to tell you, this medicine, right? I'm not even trying to be funny, but this medicine has a way of revealing and helping you make decisions towards toxic relationships. Period. Right? And the number one most important toxic relationship that it is the one that you have with yourself. Right? Because if you're sitting up there and you're having depression and anxiety, you're full of toxicity.
Wow.
Your vibration is low.
That's like,
right? You're not thinking clearly. You can't see your way clear. There's blockages in the way. Do that make sense?
Yeah.
And so, we've been in ceremony many times, and a ceremony, people sometimes come in there friends together.
Yes.
And this medicine has a way of either bringing you and your friends closer together.
Hold on, somebody said. Go ahead.
It has a way of revealing to you that friendship was some kind of toxic relationship that no longer serving you, and it gives you the strength to turn your back on it. Ooh, because again, right?
I know why. One of the main reasons why that happens.
Okay, well, hold on. Now what they say? They said over here, what's the medicine, Queen? Sorry, I'm just joining. Oh, okay. So right now we're talking about sacred plant medicine, psilocybin. That's what we're talking about. And if you want to see like the full screen, you could click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and click the YouTube icon.
Yes.
That's if you want to see the whole screen and like the words and stuff that we're putting on the screen, then, do that, right? Okay. So, I thought you was going to put this stuff up here as I was saying it.
I did.
No, you didn't put up the,
I did.
What you put up there?
Wow. Okay.
Maybe I wasn't seeing it because I was too busy looking.
Okay. So then here we go. I'll show you what was up there while you were talking, babe. I put this up. Did you speak on the medicine unlocking emotional blockages?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that's what went up there. How about this one? How does it remove blockages? You explain that the medicine is used as a spiritual tool.
You put that up there too?
Oh man.
Oh,
Ask the people.
Oh, yes, I
See?
love it.
Oh wow. Okay.
You on your shit.
See, you playing me because I'm eating as if I'm gonna be thrown off. That's the reality of it. But your boy is like, you know what I'm saying? I'm multitasking right now.
I love it. I love it because look, that mean you coming up in the world.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you know it took a while for you to
what?
It took a while for you to be able to
multitask. Oh my gosh. Well, with anything, right? When you starting off and you new, you're gonna be a novice at it, and then you know what I'm saying, once you continue to move in it, then you know what I'm saying, you get better and better, and then eventually you get to the mastery level if you stay consistent. So it's all good. So is there something else that you want to actually speak on, because I think it's really important? But let me highlight this real quick, because you mentioned something about when people actually take these medicines, go in these sacred spaces, especially with a friend or somebody really close, and then they end up being able to see their friend, right? They end up being able to see what the hell is going on. And the thing is that the reason why that is because, you know,
or significant other,
right, is because we're all vibrating. For one, we're all emitting frequencies at different times, right? And we're also resonating from some type of source of something that we're feeding off of, that we resonate with. And so if that relationship now is unequal, in a lot of major ways, especially
unequal, and one person wants to do the work and the other person doesn't want to do the work, because the point is, if it can be unequal, right? But if you come in that space and you decide to do the work, then you're gonna quantum leap, and you're gonna quantum leap together, right?
Yeah, because I ain't want to get left behind.
But if there is one that really truly wants to do this work and put the work in, y'all, because it is work. But shit, just existing is work too.
Wow. Yeah, that's real.
So my thing, either exist or put in some work. Put in some work to learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn this time in this age of Aquarius, the mass awakening. Yes. Please wake your ass up. Learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn. Pass the test that you're supposed to pass, so that you won't have to come down here and do this shit again. Right. You're in the age of Aquarius, mass awakening. Wake that ass up.
Right.
Wake it up.
Right. So now, so yeah, you're vibrating high, and then you're able to notice like what's happening with the other person, because you're vibrating high and you're willing to go in and do the work that maybe the other one isn't, and that causes and creates a level of separation. And sometimes that separation can be final. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm not really rocking with you anymore. Period. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how. And so,
another way that this medicine can help heal you from anxiety and depression is because this medicine helps with soul retrieval.
Okay.
Right. So Zeno, if you can put up there what soul retrieval is, so that people can understand what soul retrieval is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me go to it. So, what is soul retrieval? You get ready to break that down, right?
Soul retrieval is an ancient method used to retrieve the fragmented parts of the soul lost because of trauma, and integrating them back into the correct energy centers.
I just like to highlight, you said that soul retrieval is an ancient method. So this ain't nothing brand new.
No. Okay. Before religion, there was the shaman.
Yes.
Ancient.
Wow.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Ancient. Right? So again, it helps you to go in and get those lost, fragmented parts of the soul that separated from you when that trauma hit.
Right.
For
sure.
And it helps with this by causing an emotional and spiritual unification.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which will help with alleviating what?
Depression
And anxiety.
Yeah.
Right? Do that make sense? Like, does that make sense to y'all? If it's making sense to y'all, put some ones in the chat.
Right.
Right? Think about it. If a person has really, really, really bad trauma, right? Because sometimes trauma happens, and the trauma is that devastating that now it's locked away in the subconscious mind. Right? That's why I said when people go to therapy, you can go to therapy, but you can only talk about the shit that you can remember. Some things are locked away in the subconscious mind, and when you take on this sacred plant medicine, your subconscious mind is open.
Yes.
Right? And now you're connecting with that part. And so now you're able to go inside of a part that you're not inside of, with after you giving yourself intentions and going inside of your universe to manifesting those intentions, then shit gonna show up.
Yes.
She said yes. Shannon said yes, I've experienced soul retrieval. Powerful. Exactly, right? But to experience soul retrieval, you gotta be putting in some work.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody said something. You want to read
Yeah,
that?
so no, my mindfulness mama said, I remember, and she's just hitting on something else real quick. She said, I remember when me and my husband took oregano oil when we had the flu. His crazy tail self put it in a bottle of water and tried to drink it, and 2 minutes later, he had his mouth under the sink. I mean, that's what's gonna happen.
You see my face?
That's what's gonna happen. And then she said, I then told myself,
a bottle of water too much.
Right. I'll buy myself some capsules and fill them up with the oregano oil.
And fill them up? Girl, you burnt your already know.
Listen, she said no, her flu was gone in 5 days.
Yeah, but listen, you taking them, just filling up the capsule.
I know, that's
like,
gangster. That's gangster. Whew. Yeah.
That's strong.
Yeah.
That's strong. Yeah. You putting that. All right. Anyway. One thing that the shamans believed with this is the shamanistic approach is to teach that this interconnected journey, it addresses the issues through the spiritual realm in order for it to be manifested in the physical realm. Right. So if you have an issue, if you have depression and anxiety, a lot of times people think they know why they are dealing with depression and anxiety, but a lot of times they don't know. Right. In their mind, it feel like they're dealing with the things at that moment, but there's always a root cause for something.
Yes.
Right. And trust and believe it goes deeper, because you don't feel like the world is on your shoulders, just boom, all of a sudden. Like shit gets heavier and then heavier and then heavier and then heavier.
Yes.
Right. So in order to combat that, you have to go to the root cause. Right. If you don't know what the root cause, every answer to every question that you ever want to ask is already inside of you. You just have to know how to tap in to get it.
Right.
This plant medicine is a tool that God created for you to tap in and get it in this age of Aquarius, the mass awakening, and even before then, because every age is around 2,165 years. We already said that this earth has been in existence for billions of years. So there's been ages and ages and ages and ages, right? You can add that up to billions of years. Right. And so another way that this medicine helps to heal you from depression and anxiety is through mind expansion.
Okay. Mind expansion.
Right.
Okay.
And that's exactly what it does, right? I like that.
Yeah.
This mind, this is what happens is this medicine, it expands your consciousness through opening your subconscious mind. That's what we just talked about. That's the mind that never sleeps, right? Your subconscious mind has recorded everything that you've ever seen, everything that you've ever heard, everything that you've ever experienced in this lives and previous lives. And it also has the power to tap you into your DNA, right? To heal generational curses, to heal things that have been passed down in the bloodline, right? You may just be the one that's supposed to heal from generational curses, but you cannot heal from the generational curses if you don't know what the hell the generational curses are, right? Do you want to know what the generational curses are? Then guess what? Go inside of yourself, because every answer to every question that you ever want to know is already inside of you. It's already in your bloodline. It's already in your DNA. This person begot that person, begot that person, begot that person, begot that person, begot that person. It's in your bloodline. It's in your DNA. I already told you the medicine breaks you down when you buried. So all that information is in the earth that's being fed into the network of the mycelium that this medicine pops out of. This medicine is more is the mushroom kingdom is larger than the animal kingdom, and the
flora and the fauna,
put together
yeah,
put together, period.
So the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom don't even hold a candlestick to the mushroom kingdom.
Right. So if it is helping you alleviate stress and anxiety through mind expansion, right? That is opening up the subconscious mind in order to take you to the root cause of something.
Yes.
Sometimes you may not even know what the root cause is, right? Just because you're on the plant medicine. Right? Sometimes you have to have someone there with you to help lead and guide you through, right? Because some people don't know what they're feeling. They're just in ceremony and they talking, and then bam, the shaman asks a question because the shaman can see.
So Shannon says she actually experienced soul retrieval, and it was powerful.
Yeah, I read that already.
Oh, okay.
All right. You ain't hear it.
I sure didn't.
Because you're too busy crunching and munching. You was probably chewing chips, so your ears was probably closed up when I was reading it.
All that.
All that. Yes. So, remember, the subconscious mind is the mind that does not sleep. So if you have trauma and you don't know where the trauma came from, trust me, your subconscious mind knows.
Yes.
And if you want to know, then you go in and tap in and find out where it came from, so that you can work it out, so that you can purge it out. Remember, we talked about purging, right? Releasing, so that you can call back. You know, I didn't even really get into it real deep with as far as the soul retrieval, right?
Right.
Because what you're doing is you're going back and you're snatching. Once you find the root cause of that, now you can snatch that part of your soul back.
Yes.
And you can add it to the energy center where it belongs. Where was the trauma? Did the trauma happen in your root chakra? You can call that shit back to your root chakra. Did it happen in your heart chakra?
More secure.
Exactly.
Feel more love and willing and openness to love.
Exactly, right?
Trust.
Back to your solar plexus.
For sure.
Connecting to your creativity.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Your sacral.
Yes.
Your third eye. Right? You're able to call that thing back once you're able to tap in and get to the root cause.
That's good.
Through mind expansion. Once you're able to do that and alleviate that, yes, that trauma, you found it, you alleviated it, you've healed from it. Guess what? That's less depression and anxiety.
Can I ask a question about that? So is that where, and I'm using us as an example, but then also other people that we know.
It ain't no comments coming up, is it? Oh, but it would be lit up, right? Okay.
Oh, but let's see.
And I know we teaching y'all. If y'all got some questions,
look at that. Then all of a sudden it popped up. You see that?
Wow, questions and stuff is popping up.
There,
see what I'm saying?
So yeah, Amanda said you better teach, and then I'm gonna ask a question after we you know what I mean, read this. Heather said flora and fauna combined. Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I said no matter where you step
Yeah,
on the earth is
for sure.
mycelium under the ground.
Yeah. Rochelle said, "Oh wow, I was meditating on my intentions for the ceremony, and this very topic came up. Wow, that's
Ooh.
good. So see, that's when you know. That's when you know that synchronicities are taking place, that you're truly being led and guided by spirit. You're on the right path because spirit will then illuminate things, right, and then guide you to certain things for you to pay attention and let you know, oh, yo, yeah, you going in the right direction."
Mm-hmm.
Heather said, "That was me. If it weren't for you guys, I would have been lost." Wow,
Thank you,
we
but this is the
appreciate that.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, if it wasn't for
Mm-hmm.
you, right? I thank you for what you saying,
And she
right?
said, "Lost
But
in
I'm
the
saying
sauce."
you had to choose,
Yeah.
right? You had to call out into the universe,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I don't even know how you found us. I really don't.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
she
I'm
said she
saying?
didn't even realize it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
apparently you called out into the universe
Mm-hmm.
and we showed up and you saw the sign and the signal, right? And so you was able to hear your intuition. Your intuition spoke loud enough over your fear,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you came to your ceremony, may I tell everybody that was your first time ever getting
Woo,
on a plane
man,
to
that
come to the
was
ceremony.
that was
There has been
beautiful.
multiple people
Mm-hmm.
that have come to these ceremonies and these
Mm-hmm.
retreats
Mm-hmm.
that it's their first time getting on a plane. So you know
Yes.
how much fear,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right, that they had to push past, but that let you know right there that they were sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they
Mm-hmm.
knew
Mm-hmm.
that they had to get to this medicine, to this sacred space,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. So this is the question that I wanted
Yes.
to ask before you move forward. So again, like I said, I was thinking about us um, years and years ago and being in the church, and then and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the reason why we were going to church is to be able to learn ways to be able to combat all of the stress, the anxiety, and the depressive feelings that a person would feel. But yet, some of those issues and things were still there. We're still dealing with the same stuff. I know we didn't have any idea of any type of mind expansion process that you could go through, right? It was just pray, it was hope and faith and pray and fast, because that's what they teach you.
And I'll be in there like, all right, wait a minute, I don't feel
And
nothing.
or
I don't feel nothing.
right. And or which honestly really is kind of identical to ceremonies when they have like these uh prophetic conferences where now people get a chance to speak the future into your life. They're moving in divination. They don't realize it, but they're moving in divination and they're speaking things over your life to help pull you out, and the laying on of hands, right? Which is really a part of it is an energy release type situation, and or a transfer, energy transfer. So it's still a ritual, a ceremony, right? And so my thing is, now that we're on the other side of that and we realize that mind expansion is possible through, right, dealing with these sacred plant medicines, right, and herbs that God or the creator or the all or the great I am or every other name that you could think of, right, for divine supreme being says, yo, like, actually, I already got all of this stuff taken care of for you. You just look, go ahead and find this. I put it in the Amazonian forest to protect it from people who would misuse it. So I'm going to allow this one creature that has the most powerful ingredient in it to take you directly to me. And I'm only going to allow it to come out for 3 months out of a 12-month year, right? For that purpose. Now, if you don't know anything about what I just said, but you're still going through anxiety and stress and depression, and now here's the thing: I'm not saying you take any type of sacred plant medicine and then your life is like anxiety, stress, and depression free, because life is ever changing and evolving. We all have to learn lessons. That's why we're here. Life is an obstacle course in a classroom. So we're constantly going through things. But at the end of the day, we're not going through it the same way that we were before.
Oh my God.
It didn't feel as lonely and as burdensome and as hopeless as it did before at different times. Right? So now my question to everybody else is, do you know somebody that's going through that and feeling that and don't even understand what this is, but at the same time you do? If so, right? If you don't have the words to say, if you feel like you don't really come off to where they can receive you, try to figure out a way to link them to a source like this so that they could just get some information, just to be able to look at it, not to just say you need to jump in the pool on the deep end, but just to be exposed to the information to help them have a mind expansion.
Yeah, because what we do is we deal in showing people proof. Because talked about when we were in the church, and the whole time that I was in the church, and I was like in church for a long time. Besides the fact of me being like a little girl, I remember being a little girl and just I would walk to church by myself.
Wow.
Right? I would be like, I'm going to church, and I get dressed and I walk to church by myself.
That's
as a little
beautiful.
girl.
You want to do the right thing.
It was beautiful. I knew on one end that grandma was gonna give me some money to put in the plate, and I wasn't gonna put all that damn money in there. And that was one where I could get some snacks, because the times I was asking for money, she would say she ain't had none. So you know what? Maybe I go to church,
and you'll
give me some money to put in the plate. You know what I mean?
That was an incentive.
And part of it will go on the plate, and part of it will go to the stove.
In your pocket,
right? But other than that, the whole time I was up in there. I would always ask God. I would say, "What's wrong with me? Why I'm not crying up in here like everybody else?
Yeah, hooping and hollering.
Why I'm not jumping and feeling bad and on the floor?
Wait, feeling bad?
Yeah, some people do be up in there feeling bad and begging.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go. You had to give me some clarity. I was like, wow, I wasn't feeling bad all the times I was rolling on the floor.
Some people was up in there feeling bad and begging.
Yes.
Period. That's just how it is, right?
Yes. Lord, please, Lord.
Right now, I was the type of person that I would be like, okay, that's good. You got the singing, and don't be singing all them songs, because I want to sit down because my feet hurt.
And I want to get in this word.
Let's just get in the word.
Let's get into this power.
Let's get in the word. Let's not sit in here all day like we be doing on our lives.
Right. I know. Look at that. That's funny. Hold on. I got to say this. Read a couple of comments, because Amanda said, I just call my power back to me. Any place, person, or entity. Wow.
Yep. Period.
Heather said, yes, I did. And there you were on Facebook.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Mindfulness Mama said, yep. And I just want to say your chakra healing course works. My root chakra and sacral chakra is unblocked and life is amazing. Wow.
Thank you so
much.
That's
beautiful, because I was actually referring this to somebody else who had went to a ceremony or went to a retreat. Came back, they were feeling really good. But just like anything else, right? You go back into the environment that probably brought your ass to retreat, you know what I'm saying? A retreat or a ceremony. And you got to go back and navigate through that.
You got to integrate.
And so that mirror course with unblocking the chakras is something that I suggest for people to do, period. Why? To give you the tools to be able to go within yourself, to peel back some of those layers, to confront and deal with some of those emotional things that maybe you didn't know was there, or you were just, you just kind of put it on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? And you're walking around a little bit handicapped because you don't feel like facing it. But taking that time now, because if you don't, then it's just going to wear you down and wear you down and wear you down and wear you down.
And that's one of the things it helps do. It helps to call back your power.
Yes.
Right? Because you are speaking to yourself. You're giving yourself what you need to give yourself, the energy and all of the stuff that you give everybody else.
Yes.
Right? You're giving it to yourself in the portal, in the mirror, straight to you. Right?
Yeah.
No distractions. You know, me telling you exactly what to say,
Yes.
right? What to listen to. You're
Right.
being guided every day for the 7 weeks. And if you do the work on each chakra, right? Which is combined with mirror work, then you're gonna be able to call the energy back to the energy center that you needed.
Right. So Heather said, "Look, y'all have no clue how huge that was for me, and I did that." This is what she said. Huh?
Oh no, it didn't pull up.
Oh yeah, no. She said the medicine was calling me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Rochelle, she said, "Look, just absorbing the frequency from this live session is a type of spiritual working. I can feel so much change happening as I listen and engage." Basically, right now, that's what it is. It's a certain frequency.
You revving up for May. You revving
Oh,
up
yeah.
for May when you do your ceremony. It's whew. I don't.
Yeah, Amanda said,
that's gonna be so powerful.
Yeah, she said, now that I really think about it, the church is just like the medicine that you get from the doctors, a Band-Aid.
Wow.
And Heather said, yes, it is.
A Band-Aid that you put on every Sunday.
I think, and let me say this real quick, because Heather says this: the church is a spiritual hospital. And at least I was always told, right? And right, that's what it's. I guess that's what it's. That was a reference. So it's supposed to be like a hospital. But here's the thing: do you have Dr. Kevorkians in a hospital too?
But this is the thing, though. Is that medicine, right? There to cure you?
That's what I'm saying.
Right? Or is it just to kind of make you kind of stay, in your place?
That's what I'm saying.
Type thing.
It's an elongation.
Because that's what it is. Yes, you can look at it like a spiritual hospital, right? Because there's so many people inside of there that truly don't know. They say that we're spirit beings. They say that God is a spirit. They say that, but they only can say it because they feel like they read it in a book, right? It's about experience.
Right. So again, Amanda said, "Look, the shaman and the plain medicine is the truth, not the church and those prescriptions. Plant medicine. Yeah. What did I say? The plain medicine. That's probably what she wrote. Yeah. I was reading what I saw. Heather said, "Ashe." For those of you guys who don't know what Ashe means, it just simply means Amen, or and it is so, right? She's in agreement with that. Rochelle said, "Look, we're on a spiritual quest, a hero's journey. This whole experience is an experiment to help develop us. It's not meant to destroy us."
Nope.
Okay. Again, my mindfulness mama put up a 1. Angie said, "That's how I used to feel in the church." Yeah, that's what she said. I used to feel. Right, that's how she used to feel in the church too. Vision. That's what she said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, me and my son, we'd be looking at each other like, "What's wrong with us? Why we ain't crying like everybody else crying?"
Right. Yeah.
And look, they say a certain amount. I'll be like, "I'm not giving that."
Yeah. So right, Rochelle said, in the church, folks are taught that self depreciation, accepting you are nothing, right, is the key to spiritual growth and righteousness. Wow. That's why so many Christians are so depressed.
Wow.
It does kind of come from it here. And the reason why I believe she's saying that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm hearing those words and it rings true with me, because when I think about my experience, you think about asking for help from the outside of you, right? And we understand that the creator is outside of us. But we also understand that the creator is inside of us.
And we get to call that creation from the outside on the inside.
Right. So now we are co-creators in our healing journey. We get to decide, okay, I'm going in. I'm going to go in. I need to go in. And how do I go in? Right? You go in with reverence. You go in with respect and honor, because you know what it is, right? With intentions. It's not, this ain't no for play, like I'm just gonna sit back, drink a couple of beers, watch some TV, and then hit this plant medicine. That's not what this is.
No.
This is sacred. That's why we say sacred plant medicine, because you're tapping into now your kingdom, all the things that you were taught in church, right? So now Amanda said mirror work is powerful.
It's extremely powerful.
Here it is. Heather said, I am now learning how to really feel these emotions, so I'm able to actually deal with all these emotions.
And
That's
move it
key
through your
oh my
body,
gosh, that is so key.
So can we
Yep, got a couple more comments. Rochelle said, look, the 7-week course is so
comment.
awesome. Yep, church and the whole doctrine of salvation is like a placebo effect. Wow, wait. Okay, here's last one, at least that's here. Angie said, as a child, seeing people running through the church, screaming, falling out, shouting, I thought it was a play. I really thought they were faking it. And guess what? Some people are. That's a form of wanting to be seen where they were unable to be seen.
But some people really do be, wanting to jump, and they really be doing their thing.
Some people do.
Yeah, some people do really be doing their thing.
Yeah.
But you have some of them that, that do, they be wanting to be seen. So let's get back to this.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Right.
Oh, you want to teach.
Well, that's what we on here for.
Hey, go ahead, Shami.
I ain't teaching like you teaching.
No,
we going down to
both
the depths of
half my lesson is just, you know what? About 3/4 of my lesson is cut right now. So I will find another way to get into it, because we talking about religion, we talking about the plant medicine, we talking about the church, we talking about anxiety and depression, and how you need to be actually moving towards a natural way, a more holistic approach to healing, right? Anxiety and depression.
Exactly.
We know the way to it. We have helped others move in that direction.
Right.
And you're seeing comments from people that have actually done it, and they're testifying or sharing some type of feedback in regards to that, right? So it's not just us saying, oh, you should do this.
Right.
Okay.
It's dark. Should I cut the light up?
Sure, go ahead. You want me to cut it up, or you want to cut it up?
You cut the light up and see. I want to see if that's gonna brighten.
Okay, cool.
Or or darken.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Did that help, son?
Did that? No.
It didn't. It should have.
I don't think
background.
Hey, and you gonna come back and sit down. It helped the background, but it made us look darker. So you gotta dim it some more.
Dim it some more?
Yeah, dim it some more.
Okay.
Because you already chocolate, but you looking dark chocolate.
Hey.
Okay, wait, let's see. I think that might work. Come on, let's
sure?
see. We about to find out.
Okay.
Come on.
With my melanin might absorb all the light from whatever it is reflecting off of your light skin self. It's
you
okay.
Good. You
all
probably need to come down some in the screen, like half your damn head cut off.
No, it's all good. I'm good. You can see me. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, let's do it like this then, since you're talking crazy.
Okay, there we go. All right, look at God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You look better over there.
All right, good.
All right. So another to get back to what we was talking about, another point that this medicine can help you heal anxiety and depression is that this medicine, it causes you to have heart opening experiences.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And so a lot of things, like Zeno showed that chart. And in that chart, it was a lot of things that was shown in the heart region, right? In the heart space. He's pulled it up.
Just real quick so we'll be able to see it. Hopefully y'all will be able to see it.
You can see a lot of things showing up, in the heart space, right? And so this medicine does this by enhancing, when it opens up the heart space, it enhances empathy and compassion, right? Shannon said, I was medicated for anxiety and depression for years and am finally free because of these natural plant medicines, period.
This is stuff that you can, did y'all just hear what can you?
Yeah.
So,
and she's been to many of my ceremonies and my retreats, because she says she's going to continue to go inside of herself.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And in a safe space. Right. And remove blockages so that she can see her way clear. Right. and she's walking more and more and more and
Yes.
more into her destiny, and she's literally seeing it being manifested right
before
before her eyes, right? And she wouldn't have, that would not have been her path if she had stayed on that same path. But it was something in her that said and felt that it was time to awaken and do the work. Now she been doing the work. Because her very first retreat, her ass didn't even do the damn detox all the way. She was like, "Oh, on the way here, I ate a little piece of lamb." I was like, "What?"
You said she ate a what?
Little piece of lamb. Listen, ate a little piece of lamb. First day had an anxiety attack. You want to talk about anxiety? The first day of the retreat that she came in, she had an anxiety attack, and I said, "You ain't getting the medicine. Can't get it." Right? But later on, she came up after she calmed down. She was like, "I'm taking that medicine tomorrow. I'm going in tomorrow. I'm doing it." And she went in, and it was beautiful. Yeah. She tapped right into her bloodline, her mother, her passed on siblings, and she was able to help them over there. Yes. Right? And to connect with them. And through that, she stayed connecting, stayed doing the work. Right? And I cannot wait to just say everything. Okay. So here we got to get on the live, Shannon. Right. For real, we got to get on the live.
And we do. We have to bring people on here that are able to and willing to come on and really share their experience. Mindfulness Mama said the church always had me lost. That's why I always fell asleep in there. Preacher was preaching my head off for 2 hours.
Well, one thing we didn't do is we didn't fall asleep at the church we was at, because he will put your ass on blast on the microphone. Wake that woman up right there. Wake up! And then we'll look at you and say, "And you letting them fall asleep right next to you." Go off on you and her. So one thing about it, if I fell asleep and he was like, "Wake that," I already know my pride would have had me get up and just walk right on out. And I would have been like, "I'm not coming back."
Guess what? I want to speak on this because Mindfulness Mama said, "Angie, I did also." She thought that people was just playing games. She said, "I thought they just wanted attention." Watch this part, especially when they spoke in tongues. Let me just speak on that real quick, okay? I need to speak to this.
Baby, go ahead.
Wow. Okay. This is what happens when somebody is like, "Oh, coming prepared," and she just like got her little notes and stuff. She want to share all her little information. So look, this is how I get down.
Oh my God, you know.
This is how I get down.
You got me crying.
Yes. But look, I do want to speak to that because I spoke in tongues when I was in church and I didn't know anything about this plant medicine. But when my wife and I began to experience this and live this life and go into ceremony in our personal space, the speaking in tongues,
it's a whole different thing.
Because you're in the spirit realm. And when you're in the spirit realm, there's a connectivity that flows from you because you're in the spirit realm.
You're in God's realm. You in God's realm.
When I say a flow, like, because you got some people that's like, rack, tack, mac, cack, pack, attack, patty, whack, give a dog a bone. Right? And then you have some people that are going, bra, mukata, she, oroboka. But when I tell you, being on the plant medicine, deep in the spirit realm, and you talking about a praise, it's like 100 times multiplied from what you probably the highest time that you ever had in church, because you're physically in the spiritual realm.
Physically in the spiritual realm.
It is, and the first time that I felt that being in ceremony in our personal space, it was just coming out and flowing effortlessly. I didn't have to think about anything. I didn't have to concentrate about anything. It was like I knew what I was saying. I knew exactly what I was speaking.
Right. He wasn't looking around consciously saying the same thing over and over again. No, like for real. Like For real.
Yeah. So hold on. Here it is, because Rochelle said, listen, speaking in tongues is like a light language. Exactly. Right? I remember one time we were in a ceremony, in a retreat, and there were two pastors there, and the pastor's wife was speaking to the group of us inside of the living room space, and she was like, on an upper level, she was looking down on everybody else and speaking. Not only was she speaking in tongues, but she was speaking a universal language. She was speaking languages that was mixed with Spanish and French and Italian.
But she only knew English.
She only knew
we
English.
only knew that it was
Right.
different languages because it was people there that spoke different languages.
Yeah, when I say this
and
thing
Zeno
is real.
was interpreting, and I know his ass only speak English.
Listen, when I say this thing is real, it's real, and it
Yeah.
gets real deep and heavy when you're actually in the spiritual
Oh
realm.
my God, for real.
Amanda
it's
said we was
different.
having conversations in tongues. Yeah, for sure.
Listen, for real.
And now
we was me
yes.
and Amanda, we've actually in ceremony, we've spoke through through telekinesis. Is that the right
Yeah,
term?
it's like when you're not speaking any words, but you can look at each other and know exactly what you're saying and have a full conversation.
Yeah. So
hold on, I gotta say this because no, for real, I just want to be able to, because that sounds like, oh, that's some weird stuff. There's science behind this. Our bodies are made up of cellular membranes, right? That collectively then form tissues and organs and all these other things. Our thoughts transmit waves. They actually have weight. Right. Our thoughts.
Yes.
So understand, right? Our bodies are influenced by our outside environment. That means that we could pick up the energy from things on the outside of us. So imagine that you're able to look at somebody and just be able to tell what they're saying. And they can look at you and you can have a full conversation through telekinesis.
Yeah. I've had one with my son while being
yes.
On the on a journey. And my son was not, on any medicine, but they're used to being in the spiritual realm on this side. So we'll talk about that another time. What you about to say?
Well, no, it's just Angie has said, OMG, yes. But now after being on plant medicine journeys, I can see the speaking in tongues. Amanda said, yeah, and that's right, because now you're in the spiritual realm. You know what that is. Amanda said that Bufo brought it out. My.
Listen here. That's because Bufo ain't no mediator. You connecting straight with source.
Yeah.
Period. Everything you thought you knew, it ain't.
Yeah. So, because we're gonna get to a real question real quick. Amos said, "Man, it's so different. Spirit speech physically, right? That's what she's saying. Now, mindfulness mama said, what if some people don't think there's nothing wrong with them and they're toxic because God made them that way, but they're always projecting negativity and hate? Let me say this, and then you can speak to it.
Wait. She said, "What if they think what?"
Okay, let's put it back up. So, what if some people think
on this yarn?
That's okay. So, what if some people don't think that there's anything wrong with them, and they're toxic because God made them that way, but they're always projecting negativity and hate? So, here's my take on it. For the most part, there's going to be experiences and other things that cause people to move within that vibration, a lower level, which comes off negative, which can be projected and expressed as hate, right? Now, biblically, there is an example of God actually placing a spirit on someone in order for them to be evil.
Can I say
an
something?
Evil spirit on them, rather. Yeah.
I don't like this lighting.
That's okay. There's actually,
I'm just saying future reference.
Hold on, I love you, but there's nothing that we can do about it right now.
No, I'm saying for future reference. I don't know if we gonna do the live in here, y'all. Do we look dark to y'all? Because we look dark to me, and I don't like that.
Okay, we can move it in another location. Okay. So, but to speak to that, you're saying if they don't think anything's wrong with them, but they basically keep projecting negativity. The thing that really got me was that what you said was is that God made them that way.
Did they feel like that they're toxic because God made them that way? Like,
Mm-hmm.
or is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm trying to understand. If you
Well,
saying that they feel like that God made them that way toxic, or they feel like ain't nothing wrong with them, but
mm-hmm.
you know that they're toxic
Right.
because all they doing is spewing out.
Projecting negativity and
Right,
hate.
right. At
Mm-hmm.
some point in time, you have to decide if you want to be connected to that.
Mm-hmm. I think ultimately what it is that that person 9 times out of 10 already knows that they're moving in a lower frequency and vibration, and
They
they're
don't
in
know that.
alignment. They're in alignment with it because if they have the idea that God made them that way, then what they're saying subconsciously is that I'm cool with how I'm rocking.
And what happens is when
Mm-hmm.
when people are like that, it's because I deal with a lot of people that feel like they don't have trauma,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have trauma.
Mm-hmm.
No, stop playing with me. Everybody has trauma, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First trauma is, like I said, mama trauma,
For sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But people will always say, that that they don't have trauma, but that's a lie.
Oh, somebody
When
want
you
Rochelle. I have to say this. I apologize.
mm-hmm,
Rochelle corrected us. Thank you so much for that correction.
what
We were saying telekinesis, but telekinesis is
telepathically, is that what
right.
telepathic? I knew that
Telekinesis
wasn't
is the
it.
ability to move
Move
objects with your
things.
mind,
Okay. Thank
but
you.
to
Thank you.
speak means telepathically.
Yeah,
You're absolutely
telepathic. I
correct.
knew that wasn't it. Thank you.
Right. So thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
So no, please continue. I just meant to get that
No,
correction out there.
it's all good. But see, this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
People that walk around like that, they truly may not be aware
Mm-hmm.
or awakened to the fact that they're just spewing all of the negativity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens is when the trauma happens and it's deep set that from another person, that other person has now written their signature in that other person, and they're moving around
I
consciously
see what you're
from
saying.
what's been written subconsciously,
I
and they
see.
feel like, oh, this is just how I was raised, or this is just how I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just how they feel because they haven't awakened to the fact.
Right.
But
That's good.
they know when they look in the mirror
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
how they truly feel, because the mirror will tell you exactly how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
Ain't no fronting, ain't no masks. People put on masks for other people, but when it's just you in the bathroom and you looking in the mirror, like, ain't no mask.
Yeah,
It's just you.
and Rochelle said that sometimes there's a payoff for them to act negatively. It's a power dynamic they've grown accustomed to. Well, yeah, here's the thing, because now we're talking about polarity, and in that, if people are moving in a lower vibrational frequency, then 9 times out of 10 they are connected to material things here in this plane,
Mm-hmm.
in this realm.
Mm-hmm.
So to move in a very dark and negative light and hateful way, then 9 times out of 10 that is going to give them some type of gain materialistically,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the polar opposite of that is you can actually get the materialistic gain, but then also have your inner spirit and soul ascend and be lit and not be as heavy with all of the other negative stuff that comes along with moving within that frequency. Because honestly, that means that that person on some level, uh scientifically, they're actually, how can I put this, I'm just going to say it, they're dead. And what I mean by that is that if they're placing non-like foods in their bodies at a certain frequency that has a very low value, if they're inputting information and exposing themselves to very negative things that would affect them, then at some point their whole frequency and vibration is lowered. They're still functioning and operating, but they're operating as a zombie like individual, right? This is why grounding is so important, because grounding or earthing, meaning taking your shoes off and getting barefoot and placing your feet on the earth's surface will now connect you to the 7.83 hertz that the earth's heartbeat is emitting, which takes your brain to the fullest capacity in order for you to operate at a high level,
help bring
which
your
is the
body
polar
back to
opposite.
homeostasis. I'm glad you brought up the heart. So can we get back to the heart,
Yes,
y'all? Because I want to make sure that I get these points out and make sure that this ain't no 5-hour live.
Yeah. Well, Heather said she didn't think she had any trauma, and the plant medicine showed her she did, and continues to show her.
Wow. Well, there you have it.
So she can do the work and heal. And then Amanda said the Walking Dead.
Wow.
Basically, yeah, that's what it is.
So again, so remember I said that this medicine, it helps by helping you to have heart opening experiences, right? And so again, like I said, that when it does that, it will connect you to more empathy and compassion, right? What happens is you start to feel that empathy and compassion and receive a more deepened understanding of your own emotions through that, right? Which gives you a greater capacity to connect with others on a more profound, heart-centered level.
I like that.
Right?
I like that.
So you're able to go in, do your work, understand your trauma, open up your heart space, learn how to love yourself, learn how to do some shadow work, learn how to remove those walls.
Yeah.
Then you learn how to open your heart to be able to receive others and understand from a whole different perspective on moving in your heart space because of this medicine. Heart space, right? Raising your vibrations in your heart. Love. We are love. We come from love, right? And so it causes heart opening experiences, which helps you to get rid of depression and anxiety, right? And it does that by connecting you to the divine universal love, right? Helping you accept yourself first. That way you'll understand how to show others that same love, because how can you show somebody love truly if you don't love yourself? Right? It's fake love.
Or, and I like to think of it like this too, where people actually are able to give love and dispense it, but because they're emptying themselves so much that it's a price also that they're paying. Love. It is extremely taxing. And when a person gets low emotionally, when a person gets low spiritually, and they're still trying to give, that thing can turn and flip on its head.
Love don't take away though.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is for people to move in love.
Oh no, I'm not saying that as against what you're saying, but I'm just saying like love does not take away, right? Yeah. Love gives.
Right.
Right. It not saying it adds, that right, it adds, right? So with you loving, saying that you loving somebody else, but you don't love yourself, you truly don't know how to love somebody else if you don't love yourself, right? Because you can only love from not even at full capacity, right? So it's about going in and connecting with that heart center, and that will help heal those emotional wounds that lay stagnant and set up in the heart, right? So this medicine is also used to help release all of those pent up emotions that's been held in that heart space, right?
Yes.
And it gives you a sense of freedom and openness after once you tap in and go in deep on this plant medicine. Another way that it helps you to heal from depression and anxiety is it helps you by removing no by helping you heal by removing the matrix veil,
Mm.
right? Removing the matrix veil, proving that you are spiritual beings.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part right there.
Ooh, we. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It helps you heal
Mm-hmm.
by removing
Mm-hmm.
the matrix veil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Proving that you are spiritual beings. So, what happens when you take this medicine? The veil is lifted, right? And when we talk about the veil in the Bible, I had Zeno pull this scripture up,
Yeah. So then they become
right?
spirit beings. Oops, that's basically what's happening.
You say what?
So they become spirit beings, is what you're saying, or aware that they're spirit beings.
They become aware that they are spirit beings. When you take
That we're
this medicine,
energy and spirit and light.
you see that we're all one.
Mm-hmm.
We're all connected. You see that everything is living.
Mm-hmm.
You see it all. But I just want to pull up this scripture really quickly that I had Zeno take down while he up in here trying to produce and ain't on the right stuff.
Oh my gosh. Once again. All right. So yeah, whenever you're ready. Or you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, you pull it up and you read it.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Okay. So my wife, this is first of all, let me just say this. I gotta say this. Because normally I'm the person that's going to the scriptures, right? To break stuff down. And I just thought this scripture that my wife pulled out was a really, really good one. Relative to this topic. And she used the NIV version. I normally go with the KJV. But and the reason why I do that is because I'm coming from a different perspective. I'm always going, nope, this is normally what most churches teach out of, right? But when you have like somebody that's in the church, doesn't really matter, and they actually kind of pull out some other translations and other versions of the Bible to expand on the KJV, then it's like they really in teacher mode. So my wife went in and pulled this.
It's always pulling from, from this, because the Bible has pulled from all different kinds of religions, all different kinds of books, all different kinds of times.
Yes.
Right.
See, now if you want to get into that, I could go. That takes me back into this part of the lesson that I said is just sitting on the shelf. But before we even do that, let's just talk about this particular verse in scripture that scriptures that my wife is talking about. It is 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verses 16 through 18, and it says verse 16, but whenever anyone turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. Verse 17, now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is what? Freedom. Okay. Not done.
Okay.
Going to continue it. Verse 18, and we all who with unveiled faces contemplate the Lord's glory are being transformed into his image with every increasing glory, which comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit.
Yep.
Who is the Spirit.
And so are we. We are also that spirit.
Nah.
That subconscious mind.
Go ahead.
That I said that opens up, that is the mind of God. You tap into your spirit being. Everybody has a internal, eternal spirit. Eternal means eternal, right?
Yeah.
So that eternal, internal spirit that lives inside of everybody, that is God, right? Spirit. We're spirit beings. Taking you into the spirit realm, showing you proof that you are a spirit being. The veil is being lifted once you take this medicine.
Right. And I have to say this because people are like, well, what spirit? And you're doing that illegally. Again, here's another version of it. It says, which comes from the Lord, right? And we all, who with unveiled faces, meaning the veil has been lifted, contemplate the Lord's glory. That means you taking some time to, you know what I'm saying, be drawn in and you examining and you chilling in that glory, are being transformed into his image with every increasing glory, which comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit. So there's no illegal way to tap into it. It's just about your intentions and how you know, what is your intentions when you are in the spirit, because people have this misconception about source, about the all. There can be no good without what? Evil. There can be no light without what? Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So when people like, well, no, God ain't evil, where does it come from?
God created everything.
God created everything. And
Polarity,
I can take you to a scripture
balance,
that where God actually placed an evil spirit on someone on purpose. So my whole thing is that it's just about a heart check. It's about what your intentions are. People have to actually really just sit down and think a little bit more. Take some time and then really use some common sense and think outside of everything that's been tossed at them without them having to do the studying themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
So what happens is when that veil is lifted and now you have proof,
yes,
that you're in the spirit realm, it helps to heal you from anxiety and depression by dissolving the illusion of separation.
Whew, man, can you repeat that? Because that was deep.
I don't know if I can repeat it the same way I said it,
oh
but
my gosh, dissolving,
you know, it helps by dissolving the illusion of separation, because it is truly an illusion to feel like that we're all separate, because we all one. I don't care what color. That's why I said Zeno was on here and he was talking about Mesopotamia, African, and the Middle East. And I already said Earth is Earth. Right. Earth is Earth. We are all one.
Yes.
Point blank, period. And this will allow you the experience of understanding that unity is all of us. All of us, everything in existence, right? And so the disillusion of these boundaries will lead to the realization that we're all interconnected spiritual beings, period. We are all one spirit.
Mindfulness Mama said they say God made them that way. And I'm not sure, was that, this is just
no,
me because I'm
trauma shaped and molded them that way.
There you go.
I don't care what they say. They can say whatever people say, a lot of things.
Right.
But the truth is the truth. Trauma shaped and molded them, and they're so tapped into their ego and who they think they are. They think God made them that way. Tell them to do bufo so they can get a soul snatch and they'll understand who they truly are, right? Everything they think they know or think they thought about themselves. They realize, oh shit, that ain't it. Yeah. My name ain't this. I'm not this flesh. I'm not this body. Wait, that person that hurt me, that shit really don't matter. Wait a minute. I don't have a body for real. Right? All these things you understand. That person is speaking from ego. Ego, right? And so ego can be a good thing, and ego can be a bad thing.
Again, it is just the intentions in which you move in, right? That identity.
I mean, you should walk around knowing you the shit, because I know I'm the shit.
Yeah.
Period.
I do too.
Because I done put in the work to know that I'm the shit.
Right.
And you should know that you the shit too.
Right.
Right? But walking around knowing that you the shit and having a low vibrational ego tapped into who you is. I'm the type of person that I'm gonna such blah blah blah, and I'm and because of this, that's the wrong kind of you being too tapped into who you think you are. You have no clue who you are, because you'll understand all the stuff that a person is saying. It truly don't even matter.
Wow. So I gotta go back because Rochelle said this. I think this brings up a really good topic, right? She said, wow, the boundary or the veil is an affront, right? And Yeah, to a certain degree. You know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
is,
It
but
just
it's
creates
supposed
this.
to be there though, right? So we chose to come down here with the veil,
Hmm.
right? Being born a generation with amnesia,
Hmm.
so that we can learn the lessons that we're supposed to learn. You learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn from the trauma that you go through.
Hmm.
You come down here spiritual beings that's not connected to a body, that don't know pain, that don't know sorrow, right? Only know love and joy and peace.
Right,
You
right,
choose to come down here in this realm to have a veil over your eyes
right,
so that you can learn your lessons, pass your test, and ascend to the next level. The more you ascend, the more the veil is lifted.
right. She also said every personality is a program, a faulty construct of one's imagination,
Mm-hmm.
partially, because you still have to take an account for free will,
Hmm.
right? And so free will gives us the ability to make decisions. And but here's the thing, there is a program for every decision. In other words, there's cause and effect for every decision. That's the
Mm-hmm.
program,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a lot of universal
She's saying
laws.
the ego part is the program.
Yeah.
That veil part, that matrix part,
Hmm.
that's the program.
Right, but I'm speaking of, see, now I'm speaking of from a much more a macro view of this, because cosmic and universal laws is what actually regulates everything that we're talking about. Those decisions that people made when they created and caused trauma to someone else, that was either free will and or things that were done to them that helped shape and mold them to for them to be in agreement and move in what they came into agreement with as far as that trauma, for
They
them to
took
move and
that
make
on.
decisions.
They
So
took that
they took it
signature
on,
on,
they aligned
and it
with
had
it.
them moving like puppet strings. And
Exactly.
they weren't conscious of what they doing. They feel like they doing what they got to
Right.
do.
Exactly. So a part of it is that, right? But then there's another part of it, because universal laws definitely come into play with that. And there's a lot of those laws that regulate how we move here. Actually, in every realm and in every galaxy and in every universe, there's no escaping those at all. Mindfulness Mama said they feel like nothing is wrong, but a lot of people around them see that something is wrong. Yeah, because they're in alignment and in agreement with whatever their ideology is, whatever they're vibrating on, and what their belief system is, whatever their truth and reality is. If they're in alignment with that, then that is what is reality to them.
But
They like, yo, I'm messed up. Yo, God made me this way. Yo, I'm jacked up and can't nobody fix me. This how I move. This the way it is.
that's what they say.
That's what they say,
Right.
because they're in agreement with that vibration and frequency.
And see, this is the thing too. It really don't matter what somebody is saying, what they see about that person. It really don't matter. What matters is that what that person sees for themselves, right? That's all that matter. If other people can see it, if they don't see it, then they're not ready to see it. They're not supposed to see it right now, right? Or they see it and they hiding the fact that they see it, right? So it can be a plethora of things. But let's just get back to the end of this so we can end this, so we won't be on here for another hour. I just want to say this medicine also it gives you access to higher states, higher realms of consciousness, right?
Yes.
Taking you deeper inside of your universe, to different dimensions, different realms, right? By providing you with direct access to the spiritual dimensions beyond your ordinary perception. That's why I tell people, I don't care what journey you heard from somebody else, that will not be your journey, because their universe is their universe. Their trauma is their trauma. You're going to go in with your intentions inside of your universe to manifest the healing that you're supposed to have, because guess what? You are the healer. You just have to give your body what it needs in order to heal itself. And what you're doing is, while you're traveling through those realms, you'll have a broader understanding of your spiritual existence.
Right.
Because remember, I said the veil is lifted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with this revelation of your true existence, because that's the thing we was talking about, the person that ain't their true existence, that's their ego that they walking in,
Right.
right? And when you get the revelation of your true existence, it will help your perceptions to change.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, your perspective.
Exactly. The perceptions that have been shaped and molded by this matrix veil that we live up under every day. Period. Right. That's true. And so the point is to remove this matrix shit, this shit that you think you know about yourself,
man,
to tap into who you truly are, the power that you truly hold. Remove the blockages, because anxiety and depression is a whole bunch of blockages. You can't see your way clear. People that can see their way clear, they're not dealing with depression and anxiety.
Can I just show three things that gives us an example of how much alike we are, even though we're on different uh in different locations, in different regions on this planet. Just three pictures real quick. Okay. I'm just gonna break this down. And maybe again, we will get a chance to teach on these specifically. But this is how much, because we're talking about church, we're talking about, the plant medicine, of course, and how to heal from anxiety and depression, and how the medicine is being used. But then now we're talking about we're all one. And so when we talk about that and we talk about spirituality, or yeah, taking a journey spiritually, everybody has their own terminology that they use, but it's still all heading ultimately in the same direction, which proves that we're really all one. Here's my example. Here's a statue of someone. Okay. Here's a statue. Now, I'm just pulling up this statue to again make a point. Who is this statue? It's someone called Brahman. And Brahman is a Hindu god known as the creator within a trimurti, which is the trinity of the supreme divinity. Now, does that sound familiar? Because the statue has three faces, right? Three faces, triune, right? Okay. Here's the other.
What is that wrapped around the waist? Is that a snake?
It sure is. Representing what?
The Kundalini.
Right. Exactly. Spiritual awakening, and it's sitting at the base right now. Okay. So now, and they're doing mudras. Nothing scary. Just actually, I ain't even gonna teach on that. Anyway, so here's another part of that trinity, right? Another facet, deity form of the supreme creator that the Hindus, right, move in and believe in. Okay. All right. The next one is Vishnu. And I'm going to pull that one up in just a second. Look at Vishnu. Vishnu is a part of the Trinity in Hinduism, and he's known as the preserver, right? So here it is. There's another facet or another phase of this triune being, Brahman, and it has its own characteristics within Vishnu. Okay. Here's the third one that I'm going to pull up. And this is Shiva. Who is Shiva? Shiva is also a part of the Hindu Trinity and makes up the supreme creator. He's known as the destroyer. Has to be some polarity. The preserver and the destroyer. The reason why I pulled that up is because, again, I like to ask the question, can you guys see some similarities in regards to people that live halfway across the world from us? This is the Hindu belief system.
And if you can see it or if you can't see it, it don't matter. We still won.
Yeah, and we still
but
love
if you
you.
can see it,
Yeah.
wonderful. Listen, we love y'all.
Yes.
We thank y'all for coming on this live while we
Yes.
help y'all to help teach y'all some of the ways that's just some of the ways. We got so many, we can't even get to all of the points right now. We're gonna have to do part 2 and then part 3.
Yeah.
But if you would like to experience this sacred plant medicine, you can experience it on different levels. If you feel like you're not ready to come to a plant medicine retreat, you're not ready to go all the way in, and you want to take baby steps, then you can experience the high frequency microdosing caps, right? What that does, it creates new neural pathways in the brain, right? Tapping you into your divinity, your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, your crown chakra, which is connected to every other chakra in the body, all the organs and the nervous system, right? It's about a regulation and reboot of your nervous system. And that's what the microdosing caps do by creating that those neural
It's
pathways, those new ones.
Process, nothing heavy.
You can go about your day.
Yeah, you can function, have you know what I'm saying, cognitive functionality that's going to be upgraded. It's a lot of different things that this medicine helps with in the form of microdosing, right. Very small dosages, okay? And people feel that improvement, like she said, basically immediately. They can tell the difference. Eventually, after a couple of days, it's like boom, it's on and popping.
Yeah. So, sometimes it'll take a week, but when it take a week, boom, it kick it. They're like, damn, I didn't think it wasn't doing nothing. Really, when I look back, right, I can really see, damn, it's really doing some things. Right. And so we have a sale on that today for the next 24 hours anyway.
Yes.
If you can click the link in my bio or Zeno's bio and tap high frequency caps, the code is, what's the code? Mental. The code is mental, all caps, and you can apply. You will get a discount off of that if you feel like you're ready to go in deep because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you want to know who you are. You want to know the path that you're supposed to be on, your divine path. Then, hey, come to a sacred plant medicine overnight ceremony or a retreat. My next ceremony is March the 30th here in Los Angeles. That is a overnight ceremony. You can click the link in my bio. I still have a few spots left. And reserve your spot.
Yep. So the code, yes, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say again, the code for the high frequency microdosing caps is mental. Right. So once you go to that page, just type in when you're getting ready to put all your information in. Put the word mental in. Make sure you do that so that you can receive the discount and receive that sale. There's one other thing that I would like to mention, and that is my wife has a 7-week mirror working course that is extremely powerful. It is another level into your spiritual journey. It is you being able to take the wheel yourself and move into your universe by being led by the shaman, right? And she gives you all the information, everything that you need in order for you to tap into yourself emotionally, spiritually. She's going to give you foods to eat. She's going to give you colors that you should wear. You're going to be connected to different scents that's going to raise your vibration, different sounds and frequencies. There's so much inside of this course, and you take it at your own pace. It is a 7-week course, but trust me, if you really want to get serious about it, don't rush through it.
It's going to be a life. It's going to be
right.
It becomes a lifestyle.
Right.
It really does. Yeah. Because, even if you go through the course and you open up all your chakras, trauma is going to happen again, right? Something is going to come that's going to try to block the chakra.
Yeah.
But you've been undone the work, and you'll have the tools to see the shit a mile away and know that you can remove that and release that from your body as quickly as it came in. If also I will be having a retreat in Michigan at the end of May. And that is a 2 day retreat. We will be doing first day we'll be working with the sacred plant medicine psilocybin, and the second day we will be working with the medicine bufo alvarius. That's the God molecule, right? That is the 5-MeO DMT that takes you straight to source. I'm only gonna have 8 spaces open for this retreat in May. The tickets are going to sell fast, right? We have 2 different kinds. I want to explain it before we get off of here so that you'll understand, because the tickets will be the links will be released to be able to reserve your spot on Sunday. I will only have 4 VIP spots available. That will be private room, private bath, right? That the VIP spots will be there for 2 days. They stay there for 2 nights. Then you have the 4 ceremonial spaces, right? Ceremonial spaces, they will be there for a day and a half. They will come in that first day and they will work with the psilocybin plant medicine. And then the next morning, they will work with the bufo. But after integration, they will check out and leave, and we will still be there working the with the VIP guests. All right. And again, only 8 spots. I know it's going to sell out. I already have people telling me to send them the link. Right. The link is going to be available Sunday through email, but I have some people telling me to send them the link before I email it and before I open it to the public.
They want first dibs.
Yeah, they want first dibs because they only got so much, and they know I'm be working with Bufo.
Yes.
So that's another thing. Let's see. That's it. If we don't have no more questions or no comments, then I'm tired of hell, mine.
You tired of hell?
I'm tired of hell, mine.
Okay,
let's see. And I want to
go ahead.
Eat a little something.
Okay, yeah.
And sleep a little something.
Okay. So I'll just read the last few comments. Heather said, "Wow, with the veil and amnesia, just wow, a choice, right?" Rochelle said, "Right." Yolanda said, "I've seen that before."
Probably one of the statues.
She said, "I've definitely seen Vishnu before, especially pictures of statues in Asia.
In religion, they show you when you see those pictures, turn away the evil. They evil. No, just learn something. That's all I'm saying. Don't just be doing what somebody else tell you to do.
Right.
Learn what you're supposed to do."
Yes. So Rochelle said, "Wow." And the root word for Brahman, Bra, is the same as create/make in Shemitic, Bara. In Genesis, in the beginning, God created. So understand, like Bra, right? That whole situation is really, you're connected to source, because Brahman definitely has something to do with spirit and the breath and all of that. You know what I'm saying? When you put all 3 of them together, at some point, they do make up the divine supreme being, right? Yolanda said, "Dang, I was real late for the live though." It's all good.
You can replay up.
Yeah, it's all good. And Heather said, "Man, this was so good. Have a beautiful weekend. Love y'all." Yes, same to you guys. Remember, if nothing else, this is what we would like for you guys to do. Just simply click in, you know what I'm saying, either one of our bios. Click that, hit the link, begin to explore, begin to search, look around. Browse around,
because and it's we got a whole lot of lives where we're teaching on a whole bunch of spiritual subjects on the YouTube.
Right. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, by means, all do. We have tons and tons of hours of information where we're really going more in depth about all of these spiritual topics and all of these different things that we experience, and as well it'll answer a lot of questions that you may have, or at least put you on the right pathway for you to do your own search, your research and studies. Okay.
Yep.
So with that being said, we love you guys. Till the next time, right? We see you guys again. We sending y'all love and light, man. We appreciate y'all. All right.
All right now.
Okay, now
Peace
have
out.
a good one.